We've got Seneca East football coach Ed Phillips on the line.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Attica, Ohio, deep in the heart of Tiger Nation, and we're in the jungle, baby, for week 3 of high school football here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Again, ladies and gentlemen, Tommy Hall, Nate Mullins on the call with you for all 48 minutes of tremendous high school action brought to you live. Nate, take it away from here.
Folks, you're tuned into the pregame show brought to you by Rodgers Flowers. We are live here in Attica, Ohio at Tiger Stadium, the site of this cross-highway rivalry. I mean, these two towns are separated by just about 20 minutes, and right now,
the war for 224 is about to get underway.
We are ready to get underway here in Attica between Seneca East and Willard. Folks, once again, this is the pregame show brought to you by Rodgers Flowers. We want to take a moment and talk about our keys to the game. Of course, keys to the game, when we talk about them, are brought to you by your friends at Xcaret Mexican Restaurant in the Tiffin Mall. Tommy, let's talk keys to the game. This one, as we're looking at this one on paper, I looked at this, these two teams coming into today. Both of these two teams coming in at 2-0. Both of these two teams have put up some points. Now, one of them has come from behind to steal a couple of big wins on the road. The other team has put up 120 points in 2 games. We're in for some fireworks tonight, folks. Tuned in live here on Heart of Ohio Sports. What are the keys to the game, Tommy?
Again, you can't allow this one to get out of hand and become a shootout if you're Coach Ed Phillips and these Tigers. We talked about that come from behind victory against Fostoria 1 week ago with the Senecas tacked on to that perfect 2-0 record, and hosting here tonight the Willard Flashes in this war for 224. The Flashes, high-powered offense like we talked about, capable of scoring points at will. So Seneca East is going to have to keep their head on a swivel defensively, be ready on offense, because again, if you sleep on this Willard Flash offense, they're going to make you pay for it.
Yeah.
So again, Take your sleep medicine, whatever you need to do to wake up. Seneca East has got to account for this high-powered Willard Flash offense, and Coach Ed Phillips, I think, is up to the task with this senior heavy squad we got this year.
There you go. That's the keys to the game, brought to you by Xcaret Mexican Restaurant in the Tiffin Mall. We want to thank Lisette Torres and family for all their support here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Once again, let's talk about the pregame show brought to you by your friends at Rodgers Flowers. Now, Tommy, we got about a minute and a half until this one gets started here. Tigers starting out in their orange jerseys, the black pants, black helmets. Willard coming out, white jerseys, the maroon pants, and the maroon helmets as well. Looking good here tonight, feeling good, and it looks like we're going to be playing good here.
Yeah, absolutely. As the Willard Flashes, I can't emphasize enough, at one point an NOL perennial in the early 2000s, now even dropping down to this division. They're still a force to be reckoned with because they bring size and experience with this squad.
Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Eric Hall, as he's got the weather report brought to you by Phillips Electric. Eric, go ahead, take it away.
Thanks, Nate. I feel like I'm repeating myself on this weather report every week, but it's glorious weather once again this Friday night. It's about 80 degrees. Going to have a sunset about 8 o'clock and just a little bit of breeze.
And Eric, you know what else is glorious? The fact that I can hear you crystal clear right now.
You can hear me, and I can see without sunglasses. It's amazing.
As soon as I said something, there we go. We are just about ready for kickoff here. Seneca East will kick off to start this one out. You'll see the Willard Flash offense. Once again, your weather report brought to you by your friends at Phillips Electric. Tonight's scoreboard brought to you by First National Bank of Sycamore. Stick around for the postgame show brought to you by Your Legacy Federal Credit Union. Our halftime show brought to you by TPC Food Service. And, of course, our player of the game always brought to you by MST Sauce Company. We are just about set. The ball is teed. And the ball is kicked off. We're underway. Fielded at the 20-yard line by Willard. They bring it up to the 30. Past the 30 up to about the 33-yard line. Cam Robinson on the return. Junior wide receiver, 6'1", 180 pounds. And these Flashes, Tommy, they spread you out, and they love to light the scoreboard up.
Yeah, and they come out with tremendous field position to start this drive. here from Attica, Ohio. Folks, we want to thank you once again for joining us here on the Adrenaline Stream on Heart of Ohio Sports. Spread the word, subscribe, and like our YouTube page. Seneca East, even though you may have to account for the pass game, you know that they keep an honest front four up there, Nate. Tiger pursuit, they like to get after it. Like to create chaos on the edge. Yep, and there. And a tremendous reception to start this one by Willard. I think that was number 11. Actually, no, that's 45. Austin Parsons on a huge reception to move the chains and move into Tiger territory. And like we talked about, quick as a hiccup is this Willard Flash offense, flipping the field almost.
I want to give a shout out to our sideline reporter, Eric Hall, also our camera operator, Bailey Mullins, doing a great job for us through the first 3 weeks. First down snap, reception over the middle, caught by number 11. That's Carson Hammonds.
And Isaac Robinson, he's just got a laser cannon, man. Robinson, the QB, in his junior campaign. 6'2", 180 pounds. That means he's going to have a good field of vision out there for those receivers.
1st and 10, Willard on the move. Back to pass, they sling it out, and it's picked off on the right side. Picked off by number 6, that's Austin Perry. Senior defensive back goes up and gets that one at the high point, Tommy. Well, he went up and got that one, stretched all 5'10" of that frame out.
Yeah, I don't know how many summer books he read for a free pizza, but man, he read that offense like a book. So now the Senecas will the Seneca East Tigers will take over on their own 27.
First offensive possession of the game for Seneca East. Handoff, jet sweep action here. As number 88, Cody Hyberhausen, takes the handoff from junior quarterback Blake Foose.
Carlos
Familiar name there.
number 50, 6'1", 220 pounds. Definitely a big front at this division.
Of course, that Foose name synonymous with this Seneca East program. Chase and Mason, and now Blake manning the quarterback position. He's going to keep it himself, carries it up the middle, and he's going to pick up maybe a couple yards. But they're still going to have a 3rd and long coming up here.
And Willard brought down about 5, loaded the box. Tough sledding for the Tigers early on here, facing a huge 3rd and 13.
9:34 left to play here in the first quarter. No score here in Attica. Those of you tuned in trying to find the Tiffin Columbian stream, they are working on getting it live here. They should be up and running momentarily. And a nice broken tackle there by Foose. He's into the open field at the 50-yard line, past the 50, into Flash's territory, down to the 45-yard line.
And Foose pities the fool who tries to arm tackle him as he breaks one off for a huge Tiger run.
3rd and 14, and Blake Foose takes off and runs for the first down. And Eric, you had a pretty good look at that one down there on the sideline. Man, how many arm tackles did he break there?
Oh, he refused to go down, and that got this sideline going, Nate.
Foose with a quick pitch off to the right side. Broken tackle. Blake Martin on the run. And he's got it up near the first down. Good yardage there, about 7 or 8 on the first down carry.
Blake Martin just in his junior campaign, but brings a wealth of experience to this Tiger offense.
Another one of those names synonymous with this Seneca East program, Martin. Blake Foose, shotgun, takes the snap, pressure. Slings it over the middle. Tommy, what kind of pass was that? Was that a push pass, a shovel pass?
It's kind of one of those Mayholmes type passes.
Yeah. That was tricky.
Just a little flicker there. But nonetheless, this Tiger drive continues with 8:12 remaining here in the first stanza of action. Live from Tiger Stadium. Foose just gonna tuck it.
And he's gonna pick up good yardage there. Give him about 7, maybe 8 yards.
7 yards on the keeper.
Sheesh.
Wow. Then that Tiger front opening up some holes.
Blake Foose on the move now here. The Seneca East offense, this drive started out after the interception at their own 27-yard line. They have it now at the Willard 21. 2nd and 2, slings it right side, incomplete. That one intended for Justin Ryder.
Well, you lose the down, brings up 3rd and short. But Nate, here's the thing is if you can convert points off that turnover, I mean, that will pay huge dividends later on, as we talked about not allowing this one to get into a shootout. If you can take advantage of those Willard turnovers early and make points out of them, it just bodes your chances all that much more.
The 3rd down situation coming up here for the Tigers.
An official timeout?
Timeout taken.
Official.
I guess it's an official timeout.
We'll take
It's time to thank our sponsors.
we'll take an official timeout and thank these sponsors that help bring high school football to you right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. We want to thank Rodgers Flowers, TPC Food Service, Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, MST Sauce Company, Phillips Electric, Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, First National Bank of Sycamore, Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Inc.
Foose on the quarterback keeper, 3rd down. And he's going to be close to that 1st down marker. Let's see where the spot is.
It looks like he pushed forward enough for that.
It should be good enough. And Eric's got a great viewpoint of it right down there. And it is indeed
Right
good
on the
enough
line.
to move the chains. 1st down conversion there on a big 3rd and 3 by Blake Foose. 1st and 10, ball at the 19. Foose, nice little option play, decides to skip to the left. And he picks up maybe a yard or 2, but not much doing there. As the defense did a nice job on backside contain there, Tommy.
Yeah, Jordan Dye stepping up on the Willard defensive side, sniffing that one from the backside.
Second down and 8. Foose in the shotgun, takes the snap, looking to pass. Slings it out right side, and it is incomplete. He was trying to find his receiver off in the flat there, looking for Justin Ryder.
And when you have to force that read down into the flats, you can't just lob it up there. It's got to be a tight, quick window, Nate.
And I think they're trying to get Ryder in space, the big guy, 6'3",
Yeah,
215 pounds. They're just trying to get him out in space. That way he can make something happen out on those smaller defensive backs.
Then play on the sideline a little bit.
Yeah. Third and long here. 3rd and 8.
Oh, that defense is looking to get after it here.
Showing blitz. They come after him. Drop back a little bit. Slings it left side, and that one's going to be well read by the Willard defense.
Nice pressure, nice contained by the Willard defense on that one, giving Seneca East no option. But as the Seneca East Tigers were driving into enemy territory into the Willard 17, now it's decision time on a huge 4th and 13.
Yeah. Fourth down and about 14 to go at the 22-yard line. Blake Foose in the shotgun.
And if you didn't think Ed Phillips was going to go for it, you haven't been watching Tiger football.
Empty backfield. And in motion. Foose back to pass. Slings it over the middle. Got a man.
Oh, it skips into the ground.
Incomplete. He was looking for Blake Martin in the front of the end zone on the left side, but it's incomplete. That'll be a turnover on downs.
And that could
That'll
be
go back.
Turnover on downs.
That could be the decision of the game in this first stanza. With 6:03 remaining,
First quarter.
Seneca East decides to roll the dice on a huge 4th and 13. Ends up turning the ball over to Willard, as Willard will start this possession in this drive from the 22-yard line. Willard with a huge turnover on their last drive. Seneca East unable to make any points out of it.
Handoff up the middle.
Ah,
Short gain, maybe a couple yards there. Hunter Rathburn on the carry. Rathburn, the freshman, 6 foot, 160 pound. It was 45, wasn't it?
Yeah, for Seneca East.
Oh, it was ball carrier for Willard.
Yeah, Parsons.
Oh, well, I'm looking at the wrong roster. That would help, wouldn't it? Austin
That's all right.
Parsons. And Parsons.
Almost botches it there, but still finds the edge, is able to get up for more. Toes that sideline. Knocked out of bounds.
Parsons with the flip.
And
Tackle made by
be out of bounds near the 30-yard line. Parsons picks up good yardage there, gets him closer to that first down stick. It's still 3rd down and about 4 coming up.
3rd down, about 3.5 to go.
Shotgun set. Back to pass. They sling it left side, and it is complete right at the first down marker. And that'll move the chains for the Willard Flashes. Still no score. 5:17 left to play here in the first quarter here in Attica, Ohio, at Tiger Stadium.
Yeah, that feeling out process to the first stanza here. You thought these two squads would have aired it out a little more. But with this quarterback, with Robinson, 2 of 5 now with an interception included.
Sling it over the middle, and that's complete.
Cam Robinson.
Isaac Robinson to Cam Robinson. You think they're twins, Tommy?
I don't know, but he's definitely a Swiss Family Robinson in this instance. Swiss Army knife in this offense.
2nd down and just a yard coming up here for the Flashes. Trips bunched on the right side of the formation. Quick pitch in the backfield.
I don't know what that was.
Parsons is sniffed out by that Seneca East defense as big Blake Martin back there first to greet him.
Blake Martin and Cohen Daviduck.
And Cohen Daviduck also in there on the play.
I mean, I don't know what the attention you were trying to draw that pitch out was. I mean, yeah, you can fake the pitch, but if you spin right off bat, there's nobody else to pitch it to.
Back to pass, 3rd and 2. Incomplete pass.
Got a little bit of pressure there as Luke Hicks.
Trying to find Parsons out there on the left side. Austin Parsons, the intended receiver for the Flashes, but it's incomplete. 4th and 2 coming up.
I tell you what, that Luke Hicks, he gets in the backfield with those long limbs, 6'4".
Tommy, every time we come over here, you say some kid, 6'3", 6'4". There's always these tall kids. I don't know where. I was talking to Ed Phillips. You'll hear the interview. I was going to play it in the pregame, but you'll hear it at halftime. Great interview with Ed Phillips earlier this week. But he was asking him, what are they putting in the water over here? These kids are always huge. 4th and 2. Flashes will punt. Nobody back to return for the Tigers. This one will fall dead right at the 21-yard line, and that's where Seneca East will take over.
And this is how you know a coach loves their defense, especially for Bill Speller over there at Willard. He knows that, again, on that 4th and 2 situation, might as well live to play another day, punt it, try to flip the field and force the Seneca East offense, who on their last drive actually got some momentum rolling but ended up stalling out. You take your chances with this defense to make a stop. Try to give your offense a little bit better field position to start their next drive. But yeah, after that punt, Seneca East needing to pack a lunch.
They'll take over at their own 21-yard line. Of course, Tommy, you know what one of my favorite things about coming over here is? Those ribeye sandwiches. Obviously, the atmosphere over here is
you will get
second
food
to none.
like you'll get food like none else over here in farm country.
The atmosphere second to none. It's a great venue for football. Eric, your first time over here. What do you think?
Yeah, you could have told me about that sandwich. I don't over there.
Well, you gotta hit that up at halftime. That's when they're the best. They've been sitting in that juice, marinating all. Yeah, that's when you grab one of those.
And brought those moo-moos this morning over.
Foose.
Speaking of the bell cow,
up the middle, and Blake Foose on the carry.
Foose carries the ball for 20 yards.
20-yard gain by Blake Foose. He's got it up past the 40-yard line, up to about the 42.
First down 10 for the Tigers.
We'll say give him the 43-yard line. 3:42 left to play. Still no score here, Tommy. I expect a lot of fireworks. We're going to see a defensive struggle here.
I can't believe we're still seeing just Blake Foose in this junior campaign. It seems like we've been watching this young man come into his own on his football IQ for many years now. In his junior campaign, I like watching what Foose brings to this high-powered Tiger offense as that run
No gain on the play.
results in no gain. Who was that on the carry, Nate?
I believe that was Blake Martin. I'm not sure. Number 4?
Yeah, I think so.
Man in motion. They sling it out left side to the motion man. Nice stiff arm there on the left side. And he's into the open field. To the 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Lane Dixon.
You asked for fireworks, Tommy. Look, there they are.
And the scoring is underway here in Attica. 6-0 Tigers with 2:50 left to play here in the first quarter. What was that, about a 57-yard touchdown there?
A huge scamper.
We made
Results in
one
6 for
I
the
saw
Tigers.
his eyes light up.
Ooh.
It says point after is no good.
Point after.
Your score,
Falls quite short.
remaining in the first quarter.
So score remains 6-0.
Willard 0.
Let's take a moment and thank all of our sponsors for bringing you today's ball game and high school football all season long right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Thanks to Rodgers Flowers, TPC Food Service, Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, MST Sauce Company, Phillips Electric, Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, First National Bank of Sycamore, Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Inc., Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery, TJ Willie's Fine Foods, Feasel's Frame and Collision, Reino's Pizza and Pasta, Sara Risen Century 21 Bolte in Tiffin, Embroidery and Crafts by Busia, Buckeye IT Services, Linda S. Ritzler Accounting, Culligan Water, 5-Star Maintenance, Champs Barbershop, Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken, and the Advertiser-Tribune. A couple of new sponsors there, Tommy. Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken added to the list.
Jumbo spicy dippers. Sign me up, Bubba.
Now, do you like the bonsai sauce?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, that's my favorite. The bonsai. If you haven't had the bonsai, I'm telling you, folks, you got to give it a try.
The Chipotle Ranch.
Ooh, that's a good one, too. I like the new jalapeno ranch. Have you tried that one yet?
Oh, yeah.
You know, Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken is famous for a reason. Their famous recipe chicken is always cooked fresh, never frozen, and it's honey-dipped, hand-breaded in their special blend of herbs and spices, and pressure-cooked to seal in that delicious flavor. The proof is in the chicken. See for yourself and stop in and see today what all the rave is about. They offer dine-in, carry-out, or you can even take advantage of their convenient drive-thru, open 10:30 to 9 o'clock every day of the week. Choose Lee's Famous Recipe in chicken.
Well, chicken, the short kick by to Jordan Dye sets the Willard Flashes up on the 40. This is great field position to start this drive.
Absolutely. Flash is looking to answer back after that touchdown drive by the Tigers, coming off that interception. Or no, coming off the punt, I should say. Sling it over the middle,
Ooh.
and that's incomplete as Isaac Robinson trying to find Austin Parsons over the middle.
45, Austin Parsons. Will Bishop on cover.
Thanks.
Thanks, Doug.
Yeah, I can't
Shout
thank
out
it.
to Doug Mason,
Yeah,
athletic director over here at Seneca East.
being so gracious and allowing us to bring you this live stream of Heart of Ohio Sports, Seneca East versus Willard.
Robinson back to pass over the middle, complete. He's got Cam Robinson right at the first down marker, and that's good enough for a first down.
Cam says, just throw that up. I'm going to take it.
Just playing pitch and catch, just like in the backyard, right, Tommy?
All right.
Lane Dixon and Austin Perry.
Well, if they are brothers, I could see that pitch and catch turning into fisticuffs real quick because that was an aggressive grab by Cam as these guys play with tremendous grit.
48-yard line down the right sideline. Robinson with the catch.
On double coverage, Robinson comes down with it. And Willard looking to answer back after a huge touchdown run by Dixon for the Seneca East Tigers. Put this one up 6-0, and now the Flashes trying to drive with the ball in enemy territory. 2:11 here remaining in the first quarter of action.
Robinson keeps it himself up the middle, and he's going to pick up about 5.
Nice read there.
Up near the 10-yard line.
Justin Ryder, I believe that was on the tackle.
Tackling by Justin Reino.
Makes a tremendous read.
Inside of 2 minutes to play here in the first quarter. 6-0 Seneca East. Isaac Robinson takes the shotgun snap, slings it over the middle.
Wide open.
Touchdown, Willard. Carson Weirs with the reception. Man coverage there, Tommy. He saw that one-on-one coverage. He eyed his receiver down, and he just delivered a perfect strike right there into the corner of the end zone for the touchdown. What a nice pass there.
Well, the Flashes with a chance to take the lead here as they get ready for this extra point. Tigers unable to capitalize off the PAT.
1:39 left to play here in the first quarter, tied at 6, pending the extra point. It is up, and it is good.
Luis
So
Antonio.
Willard will take the lead on the extra point. Thanks to Luis Antonio.
And that's cold as a mother-in-law's kiss, especially after you come out, you trade shots in the first stanza of action, and then if you're Willard, you give up that huge touchdown run, but then Seneca East on the next ensuing drive gives up that huge touchdown reception that is now given the Flashes that 1-point lead, 7-6, with 1:39 remaining in the first quarter. And Willard's got to be feeling pretty good about themselves, Nate, after coming out. A couple turnovers to start this one. Just nothing going on offense. But on that last drive, they looked as crisp as I've ever seen this unit.
7-6 Willard, they kick it off.
Gets a boot into it.
Seneca
Takes a
East
friendly flash roll.
fielded at the 6-yard line. And it'll be brought back, and they'll take him down inside the 20, down at the 19-yard line. Nice job by the Flashes of getting down there and covering that one. As the Tigers will start out at their own 19. So they started the last drive out at their own 21, Tommy.
Those keys.
79 on the last drive. They'll need to go 81 on this one to get it into the end zone. But
Tigers will start first.
this has been an exchanging of blows here. Are we ready to see some fireworks now finally here, guys?
That's what we talked about at the top of the pregame, and those Xcaret keys to the game was exactly you can't allow this one to turn into a shootout if you're Coach Ed Phillips. You establish that run, dominate, and then if you're on the defensive side of things, you continue to dial up the pressure, make uncomfortable choices for the quarterback that already has a turnover.
Foose takes the snap, handoff
Look at
up
that.
the middle. I think that's Martin on the carry. I'm not sure.
Whose house?
That is
Run's house.
Austin Perry on the carry. Injured player on the field here.
We have an injured Flash.
Might be one of those hit your elbow on his helmet. He's holding his elbow pretty good.
And that is not humorous.
No, not at all. 1:21 left to play here in the first quarter. Tommy, we got Berg football tomorrow. Right
Yeah.
here on Heart of Ohio Sports.
How excited are we for college game? College games coming here on Heart of Ohio Sports, starting our coverage off with Heidelberg versus Adrian. They're at Horniman Stadium. 7 o'clock kickoff. Tune in right here on Heart of Ohio Sports, as well as BergAthletics.com and the OAC Network, Nate.
That's the big time.
Well, this ain't no small potatoes.
2nd and 8. Handoff. Little jet sweep to Corbin Beamer.
Oh, and
Beamer had it stripped away.
Beamer drops the tater.
And I think the Flashes are going to get the ball. They do indeed have it. And that's going to put them in great field position. They'll have it at the Seneca East 27-yard line. That was just violent. He just took that ball away.
Well, turnabout is fair play. I talked about when Seneca East was driving with that after that huge turnover by Willard, unable to come away with points from it. Willard now with a prime opportunity to make points off turnover.
.54 seconds left here in the first quarter. Robinson's pass over the middle, incomplete, broken up. That one was intended for Carson Sininger. Excuse me, ma'am. 49 seconds left here. First quarter, 7-6 Willard. Flashes have it, 2nd down and 10. Ball at the 27-yard line, inside Tiger territory. Isaac Robinson takes the snap. Dump off to the right
Nice read,
side.
but Foos.
What an effort there by Carson Hammonds as he ducked a couple of tackles there. Boy, they had him dead to rights in the backfield, Tommy, but he turned something into
Foos
nothing.
was just standing straight up, trying to embrace him. Yeah, go low, take out the pins.
So he turned a 1-yard loss into a 6-yard gain. They're staring at 3rd down and about 6 here. Robinson takes the snap, rolls to his left, slings it. Left side, complete. That's Cam Robinson on the reception, and he's got it up near the 10-yard line.
Danged if you do, danged if you don't. You switch to the zone, and it still finds the the quarterback finds a soft spot.
So now the Flashes find themselves inside the red zone.
That was a huge defensive stand potentially by the Tigers after forcing Willard to face a 3rd and 6.
And we got a timeout here.
That's going to be the end of the
It's
quarter.
the end of the first quarter. We'll take a timeout. We'll keep it right here, actually. We'll step aside, take a quick timeout. We'll be right back here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be right back.
Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, your premier financial institution in Seneca County since 1952. Your community, your legacy. Federally insured NCUA.
Small business owners need somebody that can open the door to financing. And at First National Bank of Sycamore, we love opening the door for financing opportunities.
All right, and we're back here. Start of the second quarter sees the Flashes leading 7-6. They are deep inside Tiger territory at the 10-yard line. 1st and goal. Robinson rolls to his right, slings it. It's complete, and it is in for the touchdown. That is Austin Parsons. Scampers in from 10 yards out. And Robinson now with 2 touchdown passes here in the early going.
And Robinson just floats it over top there.
13-6 Willard.
Found Parsons in step. And now the Flashes jump out to a 13, well, potentially 14-6 lead.
And the extra point is up and good.
But Seneca East after a huge turnover on their last drive resulted in Willard having the short field, able to come away with points off turnovers, Nate, that we talk about are so emphatic, especially at this level when you're forced to trade shots throughout 48 minutes.
Once again, 11:55 left to play here in the first half. 14-6, Willard leading. Of course, this Willard offense, high-powered, Tommy. They put up 120 points through the first 2 games. And they're lighting up the scoreboard once again here in Attica. But these Tigers, you know, they may be down early, but Tommy, that's not unfamiliar territory for them. They've been down in both of their first 2 games.
Yeah, we expected the fireworks here tonight, and they continue over there on the X Stream on our other YouTube channel. Again, Heart of Ohio Sports, the X Stream playing Columbian versus River Valley. So I know in these close quarters, cross-county things, you got a lot of family out there. So please, if you got some Columbian fans, let them know that Heart of Ohio Sports is also carrying that game, part of our extended coverage in 2022, including Heidelberg football tomorrow from Horniman Stadium with kickoff live at 7 p.m. against Adrian College. Join Nate Mullins on the call for that one as Willard, leading 14-6, will kick off here.
Kickoff fielded at the 18-yard line.
Ooh, ooh.
Return man finds a little open space, breaks a couple of tackles, but he's going to be brought down right about the 40-yard line. That's where the Tigers will start over for this possession here.
And Perry with a nice carry on that return.
Of course, the Flashes, last 2 possessions, they've put points on the board.
Tremendous shout out to Bailey Mullins, our camera operator here tonight. You think it's hot up here in the press box, Bailey? Try wearing that Tiger suit down there on the sideline. We can't thank him enough for bringing this one into your living rooms and on your mobile device.
Foose keeps it himself up the middle.
Foose brings that one into your living room as he breaks a couple of tackles.
That's a very nice run there by Blake Foose as he picks up a first down for the Tigers. Of course, last time they were on the field, they turned it over on a fumble, and Willard converted that into points on the short field.
And a minor miscue by the Seneca East Tigers as I really feel like they were coming into their own offensively, putting some nice drives together. It's now about finishing them. As we always talk about, you lose with potential, you win with performance. The Seneca East Tigers are performing here tonight. As Foose can run it up, he had the blockers.
Keeps it himself.
Still on his feet. They'll call the forward progress dead.
Right around the 43-yard line is where they'll mark him down.
I like to see that the Flashes are still making friends here around these parts as it's starting to get chippy down there. And the Willard Flashes gobble him up in the backfield. A huge sack lunch for number 11.
Big number 55, Aiden Bates, coming in to make the stop. Coming in to clean him up there was Carson Hammonds. Foose is taken down once again. Hammonds in there on the play again, as well as Carlos Arachida.
And that brings up a quick 3rd and 13. Huge down and distance situation for the Tigers now.
Over on the adrenaline stream, or over on the X stream, I should say, you can find the
blocked
River
punt.
Valley. Ball's on the ground. Willard picks it up. Parsons recovers it.
I didn't know you could advance a block
I don't
punt.
think you can. Not at the high school level, anyway.
That should be spotted more so around the.
You can advance a block punt. You can't advance a block field goal. Ball at the 20-yard line, and that's where the Flashes will have it after the block punt. So once again, setting up inside Tiger territory.
man.
Great field position here for Willard.
This is getting ugly as a mud fence in a hurry. You can't make it easy on the Flashes. The quick
Cam
pitch
Robinson,
out.
quick pitch. He doesn't get
nice
to the
job.
edge, but the Tigers do a great job of setting the edge.
Perry in there. We got a Tiger down, though.
Colin Ayersman down on the play.
And 75 to Colin Harrison. Harrison is down in the field.
Of course, over on the X stream now, you'll see Columbian and River Valley as the Tornadoes leading 21-12 in the first quarter. Gibsonburg leading Mohawk 14-0 here on the First National Bank of Sycamore scoreboard. Cary leading Toledo Waite 8-0. That's in the first quarter. Of course, another good game. Calvert and Norwalk St. Paul. We'll keep our eye on that one as that one progresses. Norwayne leading Clyde 14-0. Hopefully that continues. Hopewell and Fostoria. Chieftains 20-6 on top of the Fostoria Redmen. And Perkins on top of Port Clinton 21-0 now. Fremont Ross leading Sandusky 13-7 in the second quarter. And Bellevue and Shelby still no score. Thanks for tuning in here on the Adrenaline Stream. Nate Mullins, Tommy Hall. 14-6, Willard leading, 9:19 left to play here in the first half. Make sure you stick around for the halftime show as we'll break down this first half and get you set for the second half of action.
And don't forget, we'll have the fallout from week 3 available for you on the Pulse podcast this Monday, 8 p.m. Join Nate Mullins and whatever random guest we decide to throw on that one to you as we go over the scores from all around the area. Get you set up for week 4 in Heart of Ohio sports coverage and the area. And looks like the young man's going to be able to walk off the field under his own volition. And you love to see that, Nate.
Absolutely.
As this one's going to get back to it.
So Colin Ayersman able to walk off on his own power. You'll have the Willard Flashes, second and 12 at the 22.
Sorry, I'm throwing those $1,000 words around. My word of the calendar's coming in handy.
Robinson rolls to his left, looking, slings it, left side, and that is complete.
Oh, my gosh.
What a nice catch there.
You got the pressure, you had the coverage. How does he fit it in that tight window?
Cam Robinson on the reception from Isaac Robinson.
It's like pouring smoke through a keyhole, just seemingly impossible. But this Robinson, he's a playmaker. Robinson on the fake.
Ooh, nearly picked off Blake Martin. Read that one like a book.
Number 22, Luke Hicks.
Well, that's going to bring up 4th and 1, I believe, Nate.
Yeah, 4th and a long one.
Tigers with a huge opportunity to get Uncle Mo back on that Tiger sideline.
Yep. They need a stop here. Robinson back to pass, slings it over the middle, and it's incomplete. Fall on the ground.
Wow.
Turnover on downs, and the Tigers will take over at their own 11-yard line.
Tigers just pinned the ears back, got after it, created the pressure as Robinson tries to make chicken salad out of chicken. You know what comes up short as that one bounces into the ground, and the Tigers, after losing it on their last possession, now bring new life into themselves after the defense brings the paddles out to get the Tigers out of that sticky situation, and now you can start getting in the rhythm again. Feeling that Tiger beat here on the sideline. 14-6. One possession game here in Attica, Ohio. 8:27 remaining in the first half. This one's getting exciting, Nate.
Absolutely. We thank you for tuning in here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Blake Foose standing in the shotgun all by himself. Brings the man in motion. Fakes the handoff to Martin. Foose sets up the screen, but Flashes read that one.
You have got to have some stones to call the screen with your shadow in the own goal post. So they try. Foose waited for it to open up, man.
It never did. He just went ahead and went with it. It might have been one where you'd be better off just throwing it at your guy's feet there.
Nonetheless.
2nd and 14. Foose in the shotgun. Try to get the defense to jump. Everybody stays home. It's a well-coached unit here by Bill Speller.
Discipline, too.
Foose. Looks like he's going to keep it himself.
Yeah,
trying to find some running room off the left side, and he's got those penalty yards, or those lost yardage back.
He makes some of it back.
Yeah, he's got some of that lost yardage back, but he only got about an extra yard, so they've got 3rd and 9 coming up here.
And Willard, they'll take that. Because, again, you're forced to show your hand on these 3rd and long situations, Nate.
Make sure you stick around for the halftime show brought to you by TPC Food Service, where we have an exclusive interview with Seneca East head football coach Ed Phillips. You won't want to miss that one, Tiger fans. Foose takes the snap, fakes the handoff on the jet sweep, keeps it himself.
I still
and he's
got it.
Some running room. Blake Foose with the first down and then some. He's got it all the way down to the 35-yard line. That's good for 23 yards. And Seneca East first down.
And I thought the sun never shined in the jungle, but, man, daylight, plenty of it.
Handoff, Blake Martin on the carry. And Martin carries it up past the 40-yard line up to about the 41. I want to give a huge shout out to our producer, Greg Kinn, as he has done an outstanding job these first 3 weeks of keeping everything in order, keeping all the graphics in line, and just delivering a top-notch production. So I know he's not tuned in right now, but I want to give him a huge shout out for everybody watching this. What we do would not be possible without the help of Greg Kinn. So big shout out to Greggy for all of his hard work and dedication. Because he has a vision, Tommy. And when he has a vision, you better get out of his way.
Yeah, mine. No, he does a tremendous job of bringing all of our ideas and everything to life to bring you the content and this presentation the way it should.
3rd and 1.
As a 3rd and 1 situation goes awry, Foose tries to make something happen, but a sea of crimson.
That's going to be a yard loss on the play, so bring up 4th and about 2.
5:22 remaining in the second quarter.
Still one possession game. You just gotta get out of. You gotta get out of this drive. This one was at your 7 at one point. Might be better just to flip the field.
Man in motion.
But no, it does not look. Trying to draw the defense off.
Tried to get the defense to jump, didn't get it.
He's still gonna keep him out there.
4th and 2.
There it is.
And a timeout called by Seneca East.
There it is.
Ed Phillips. You knew better, Tommy. You knew better.
I never know. That's why I love getting that insight and sitting under the learning tree with Coach Ed Phillips whenever we can. And like we talked about, with 4:52 remaining here in the first half, you can catch that interview that we had with Coach Ed Phillips. Nate Mullins has sat down and talked it over with Coach Ed Phillips. That would be part of our
You gotta watch it.
halftime show.
You have to watch it because Greggy, you got to watch it. I'm just telling you. He did something that I thought was hilarious, and it looks ridiculous, but it's great. It's great. You got to watch it. I'm serious.
Yeah, I questioned it, but I said, an in-studio phone interview?
We made it work. We made it happen. First time in history.
Yeah. Something like that.
4:52 remaining, 4th and 2. You think the Tigers bring the offense back on the field here, Tommy?
I don't know. They've been discussing what they're going to do for quite a while.
Yeah, here comes the offense.
Oh, boy.
We'll see if this is one of those famous pooch punts, though, Tommy. You know they're known for this. They'll line them up. And Chase Foose used to do this all the time. Drop back a couple feet, and then just pooch it. Let's see if that's what happens here. No, they're going to go for it. 4th and 2. Foos keeps it himself. He's got the first down.
Yes, he does.
He does have it, and that will move the chains. 4th down conversion for Blake Foos, and it keeps the drive alive with 4:47 left to play here in the first half.
I still stand by it that, again, you go for it on 4th down, you convert, you're a genius. You don't, you never heard from him again.
That's right.
But not Coach Ed Phillips' first rodeo as these Tigers drive stay alive.
They sling it down the right sideline, incomplete. Intended for Caden Fritz. Foos just tried to sling it out there as he saw the single coverage
Xavier
and just
Kirk
went for it.
did a nice job of being receptive to the coverage. Didn't turn too early, but
Foos standing in the shotgun. One back there, back with him.
them light throws to the sideline, that's just one tweak that I would
Foos picked off, intercepted. Parsons on the pick, down the sideline, and he's gone.
Pick 6.
10-5, touchdown, Willard.
Oh my goodness.
Austin Parsons saw that one all the way, and Foos, Tommy, that's one of those situations where you don't want to force that pass. You want to just, if that's not there, if they're covered,
Well, at one
throw that at
point,
his feet. But
the Seneca East Tiger drive was back to the 7, able to convert on a huge 4th and 2, but then almost immediately, Foos with that quick little pitch.
that's a hard play to, I mean, he didn't see him there, Tommy. He
No.
just didn't see him. That's all it was.
Defender stepped up.
Great read by Parsons, but Foos just did not see him coming.
Oh my goodness.
And the extra point attempt is good. Willard now leading 21-6 here in Attica. 4:15 left to play here in the first half.
And these self-inflicted wounds by the Tigers is one of the reasons why they find themselves at this 21-6 deficit. The turnover margin becomes all that much more important, especially when you got two evenly matched teams. Usually the team that makes the least amount of mistakes walks away with the win.
Berg football tomorrow. A day off on Sunday, Tommy. But I tell you, a week from this Sunday, the party's just getting started. You're going to have to join us, folks, as we're going to be bringing the party to Bears Den in Tiffin as part of our Browns Backers Tailgate Bash every Sunday at the Bears Den in Tiffin.
And Heart of Ohio Sports will be there to see the Bears Den off on their first venture into being open Sundays for football. So again, catch your favorite national team on the big screen there at the Bears Den, as we'll be out there having a little pardookie with the Browns backers ourselves.
Kickoff. Oh, off the face mask of the return man.
Just fall on that. They still don't got it.
Tigers able to recover right around the 24-yard line. Lane Dixon able to recover for Seneca East, but the Tigers now facing a 15-point deficit. 4:12 left to play here in the first half. And two consecutive turnovers on the last two drives, Tommy.
Yeah.
It's just not,
That's not gonna
gonna
cut
get
it.
it done. A fumble, which Willard converted into points, and then an interception returned for a touchdown. And Austin Parsons must have heard about that MST Player of the Game award, because he's coming for it. (21-6). 4:12 left to play here in the first half.
The Tigers, after a huge pick six, got the flashes up on them. Even more so, Foos now
On the quarterback keeper, and he's hit and dropped right around the line of scrimmage for no gain. Picked up about a yard. 21 unanswered points by the Flashes here at Tiger Stadium. And Seneca East facing a 2nd and 9 at their own 26.
Willard liking the scoring bunches.
Timeout called by the Tigers. We'll keep it right here. 3:39 left to play here in the first half. Folks, I tell you about Benchwarmers. Now live streaming all of our Heart of Ohio Sports football broadcasts. Whether it's high school football, college football, you name it, you can find it at Benchwarmers. Stop down to Benchwarmers or call it in for delivery. Fresh cut fries, fresh, locally sourced ingredients, and phenomenal service. Give the Tiffin store a call, 567-268-9268, and place your delivery order now.
Talking about Benchwarmers, the same place where that famous coaches show Coaches Corner emanates from every Tuesday, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, what a tremendous job. We talk about getting ready for the college football season. What a great interview we had with Coach Scott Donaldson of the Heidelberg Student Princes coming out there in the bullpen out there at Benchwarmers. That Coach's Corner episode that you can catch recorded and streaming on our Facebook and YouTube page. Foos tried to make the decisive decision, took too long with it, as the Flashes brought the pressure and now create a huge, huge deficit. 3rd and 13 now. Clock continues to roll with 3:15 remaining here in the first half. You got to get something going here. Get some points on the board, but regardless, you got to get out of this half.
Flashes show blitz there. 3-4 look here. They bring pressure up the middle.
Nice
Pass
reception.
complete.
Way to absorb the contact.
Cody Hyberhausen. On the reception and a first down on 3rd and 13, Tommy.
Yeah.
Is that the paddles that they needed to bring the life back to this Seneca East team?
Yeah, they got the offense really hasn't faltered. It's just these pesky turnovers, these self-inflicted wounds. One of the reasons why you find yourself in this hole early.
1st and 10. Foos, he's going to keep it off the left side. Not a whole lot of running room there. And might have got back to the line of scrimmage. That's about it.
On the keeper. Tackled by number 50, Carlos Iracheta.
That keeper hasn't been nearly as effective.
And 36, Carson Simmons.
Yeah, when he tries to take it to the outside, Willard has done a really nice job of setting the edge. Sling it right side, Hyberhausen on the reception. He's got the first down. And the Tigers move the chains once again.
Cody Hyberhausen. Tackled
They'll
by
move it up to the
number
47-yard line. Inside of 2 minutes to play
down
here
for
in
the
the first
Tigers.
half. 21-6 Willard.
Clock continuing to roll. Seneca East Tigers, 1 timeout remaining after this back and forth matchup.
Pump fake. Hyberhausen down the sideline, nearly came up with an incredible catch. What an effort there by Cody Hyberhausen.
2nd down and 10 to the Tigers. 1:34 remaining in the half.
1:34 left here in the first half. 2nd and 10.
Flashes not wavering off their pursuit. Continuing to get after it, pinning their ears back.
Foos takes the snap, slings it right side, complete. Oh, no,
Drops
incomplete. Hyberhausen, the intended receiver. But I think he started to look upfield before he secured the reception there, Tommy.
3rd down 10.
Eric, is that what you saw down there? It looked like that. Maybe that was what happened.
He saw the cornerback coming in hot as well.
Heard the footsteps. As Eric Hall down there on the sideline, he's got a first-hand look for you. Another huge 3rd and distance situation, 3rd and 10 from the 47.
Foos under pressure. He's going to be taken down in the backfield for a loss.
Carson Hammonds.
4th and 12 coming up here for the Tigers. And it's decision time for Ed Phillips. And I don't know, if I'm the Flashes, I might take a timeout here. Preserve some of this time. Exactly, there it is.
What they'll do.
That's the timeout by Willard. 1:11 left to play here in the first half. The Tigers coming up with a decision here, Tommy. You think they're going to go for it, 4th and 12, or you think they're just going to punt the ball away? That way they don't risk possibly giving up any more points here. Because, I mean, if you don't come up with this conversion here, you're giving the ball back to Willard. Pretty good field position. They still got 2 timeouts.
I wouldn't say that the Tigers are rattled, but sometimes you got to reset your offense and reset yourself. In this instance, especially when the Flash is looking to build onto a huge lead with the momentum, it's almost better to punt this one away, call your defense out one more time, and then try to regroup and make this deficit up in the second half. But 4th and 12, if you somehow, I mean, your percentages don't add up here.
Yeah.
Because even if you get the reception or convert here, you got less than a minute to put points on the board as well.
Foos, little pooch punt here as he gets rid of that one. It's going to hit down at the 25, takes a friendly Tiger roll, and it'll roll out of bounds right around the 17-yard line. 1:03 left here in the first half. Flashes will take over at their own 23-yard line.
38-yard punt.
38-yard punt there by Blake Foos. Oops. Mason, Chase, Blake.
What
That's
a great
them, Foos.
24 minutes of action we've had here in this one, Nate.
Of course, next week, Tommy, back on the road again. Be over in the friendly confines of the Gibsonburg Golden Bears as we bring you the Calvert versus Gibsonburg game here on the Adrenaline stream, and then Columbian versus Watterson. Watterson Bishop.
I thought we were on Columbian.
Pass tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the Tigers at the 30, 25, and out of bounds. Intercepted by Lane Dixon off the tip. And turnabout's fair game here as the Tigers take over now.
Well, you have a 2-possession lead. Under a minute to go. You try to get cute and air it out. I mean, that's one of the risks you take going to the air. 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad.
So 55 seconds left here before we go to halftime. Tigers still with 1 timeout left in their back pocket. And they've got to go 22 yards to get it into the end zone. Once again, Tommy, not unfamiliar territory for these Tigers as they've been down first 2 weeks of the season. Both wins, comeback wins on the road. Can they do it here in front of the home crowd? 55 seconds left here in the first half. Foos fakes the handoff, keeps it himself up the middle. Little dancing moves around and finds himself in the middle of that pack. Picks up about 5 yards. So 37 seconds left here in the first half now, and that clock continues to roll. 32 seconds. Foos in the shotgun, takes the snap, slings it left side, and nobody home. As he was looking for his receiver, but his receiver wasn't looking for the ball yet. I think he was trying to hit his hot route there, Tommy, and I think the hot receiver was looking at the defensive coverage, trying to find an open spot.
And look at this tremendous Flash's defense being called on in literally a flash, no pun intended.
3rd and 5, and a great read there by Carson Weirs as he comes up to make the stop. So 19 seconds left, 4th down and 5 coming up here for the Tigers. They'll take a timeout. We'll keep it right here. Willard leading 21-6 here in Attica. We got a great ball game brewing here on the pulse of the Buckeye State. Of course, let's take a look around the area at our First National Bank of Sycamore scoreboard. We'll keep you updated on the other scores in your area. Shelby leading Bellevue 3-0 in the second quarter. Fremont Ross over Sandusky right now in the second quarter, 21-13. Perkins all over Port Clinton, 28-0. Well, losing Bo Carmen really hurt over there. Olmsted Falls leading Norwalk 14-0 in the first quarter. Gibsonburg over Mohawk 20-6. That's in the second quarter. Columbian all over River Valley 35-12. That game in the second quarter. Norwayne now at halftime leading 14-0 over the Clyde Flyers. Hopewell leading Fostoria 27-12, and St. Paul leading Calvert 14-13 in the second quarter. 4th and 5. Foos back to pass, slings it into the end zone. Hyberhausen, touchdown!
Big tutty by Haberhausen to go into the half with a big breath of fresh air and new wind to your sails as the Tigers find Hyberhausen on a huge touchdown reception on an island on his own. What a touchdown!
4th and 5, Eric. That sideline just blew up over there, man. What an eruption over there.
Has been going crazy all game.
Oh, Willard is not going to be happy going into the half.
Slings it into the end zone for the 2-point, and that is incomplete. So your score stays 21-12. But, Tommy, you were talking a 21-6 game. Willard was about to get the ball. Willard got the ball back with a minute left, 2 timeouts. I thought, here we go. We're going to get
points off turnovers.
Points
off turnovers. That's what it amounts to. That's what it all adds up to. Least amount of mistakes, walks away with the win.
What an effort by those Tigers.
What a way to capitalize after, again, going through that first 24 minutes. Self-inflicted wounds, finding yourself in a hole early. Defense, keeping your head on a swivel there as with less than a minute to go. Willard with a huge turnover that has, as Greggy likes to steal, completely changed the complexion of this one going into halftime. Barring, Willard making something happen with these 14 seconds, which they very well can.
35-18 your score now between Columbian and River Valley as the Vikings add a touchdown to their score. 14 seconds left here in Attica as the Tigers get set to kick off. 21-12 is your score. The Flashes leading Seneca East on the strength of 2 turnovers. One of those a pick 6. And both of those turnovers led to touchdowns for the Flashes. Good job by the Tigers to break that 21-point unanswered scoring streak. And now the Flashes field the kickoff at the 10-yard line. Cam Robinson on the return. He's got some running room. And he breaks a couple of tackles and gets driven out of bounds right around the 25-yard line.
Even if Robinson botches it, it's still not the guy you want to kick to.
No. So 4 seconds left here in the first half. What do you think they do here, Tommy? Just kneel it, go to halftime?
Oh, yeah.
After what happened on that last play?
Yeah, again.
I would say just go ahead and kneel on that and call it a day.
There's definitely a difference between playing to win and playing not to lose.
Absolutely.
And when you had that big advantage, especially with less than a minute, I get trying to make something happen, but you just try to get your offense going, see what you can do in a safe situation. Is that what almost get
and now
botches?
Cam Robinson out into the open trying to find some blockers. And the Tigers look to be they'll bring him down right around the 37-yard line, and that is the conclusion of the first half.
And if you're Seneca East, just bring him down.
Yes, just take him down. Just tackle him. All right. Well, folks, that's the first half. Your score, 21-12. Willard on top of Seneca East. We're going to head to the halftime show brought to you by TPC Food Service, and we will have an exclusive interview with Seneca East football coach Ed Phillips. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this.
Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, your premier financial institution in Seneca County since 1952. Your community, your legacy. Federally insured NCUA.
Small business owners need somebody that can open the door to financing. And at First National Bank of Sycamore, we love opening the door for financing opportunities.
We've got Seneca East football coach Ed Phillips on the line with us. Coach, how we doing?
I'm doing fantastic.
All right, so Coach, this interview we're recording this now on Wednesday night, but this will play during the game on Friday night. This will be a pregame interview. So I want to get your thoughts on this Willard team. Obviously, let's talk about your team first, because you guys have a couple of really impressive comeback wins under your belt to start the season out. Sitting there at 2-0 now. Let's talk about first that big comeback against Northwood. Is that the biggest comeback in program history? You guys were down 24-0 in that one.
Yeah, it's that I know of. I don't know of a bigger one, and I've asked some people, and nobody has told me of one. It was social media now. I think that I would have heard otherwise. But that's a big one, and to do it against a team like Northwood, who is a great program with great history, and then they came out in week 2 and showed it. They beat a Division IV Lake team, 28-0, which makes you feel even better. So yeah, we showed a lot of character in that game. We did not play well for the first quarter and a half, and we didn't last week either. But we stuck with it, and I'll tell you what. I knew that we lacked some depth in some spots coming into this year. So we conditioned a little bit harder in 2 days, probably than I ever have. And I think between that and the character and belief in each other that our kids have, that's what brought us through and won that game. And, one of the most special regular season wins I've ever had, because to be down by that much and really feel like, you're on the verge of it getting out of hand. You're one touchdown from being a running clock, and then with about 4 minutes left in the first half, first touchdown, about 40 seconds later, we got another one. And even when we were down 24-0, I told the kids, I said, we just got to get one.
Yeah.
We got that one, and then we very quickly got another. And then at that point, I think everybody in our locker room felt like we were going to win that game.
Is that what it was, though? I mean, once they got that one, it kind of got that monkey off their back, and then they start playing a little better, right?
Yeah, because we've got a fair amount of experience back, but we also throw a lot of youth out in the field, and they were just a little edgy.
Yeah.
And that kind of took the edge off when we got that first down, and we rolled from there on offense, and the defense shut them out, and it was a fantastic night.
Yeah, absolutely. Big win for you guys. 34-30 was the final there after being down 24-0. Now, you follow that up next week. Both these games are on the road. Hostile environments for both these games. You got a season opener on the road against Northwood. Then you go and you face Fostoria in the first game on their brand new field turf. And, I mean, they pulled out all the bells and whistles, rolled out the red carpet. They had everybody in town for this one. And you guys spoiled the party. They were up 13-12 with about 3 minutes to go, as far as I heard, and you guys come back and win that one at the end. Just talk about what went into that.
I tell you, it's a fantastic facility. First of all, and they did that first class, and it's kind of the same thing in terms of the character our kids showed. But then what stands out when you're watching that game is the fact that our run game and our offensive line kind of took the game over in the last quarter and a half. We at halftime we said we're just going to come out and play power football and run it down their throat, and we did. I mean, and we weren't very fancy. I'm a Cowboys fan, and it took me back to I remember the last bowl they were against the Steelers, when they just kept running Emmitt Smith down their throat. And that's kind of what we did. We just got physical. And I tell you what, Fostoria is a much improved team. They were physical on defense. I mean, these first 2 weeks are probably the two of the most physical games we've had to open the season in a while. And to do it on the road and just as you're saying that, it hit me that we were on a road for our first scrimmage. Our preview was switched and we ended up playing at Heidelberg. And then on the road for the first 2 weeks, we played essentially 4, road games, although 2 of them were scrimmages.
Yeah.
And, so it's going to be fantastic to be at home this week, but really proud of the heart our kids have shown.
Yeah, absolutely. You guys have showed a lot of heart through these first 2 games, 2 comeback wins on the road. Now, you guys are battle-tested, I think, and this is going to be a battle here with Willard tonight. I mean, talk about this Flashes team, because I think a lot of people coming into this season didn't know what to expect with this Willard Flashes team. And, boy, for these first 2 games, they've lit up the scoreboard. 120 points through the first 2 games. Coach, I mean, what stands out to you on film when you watch this team?
That, they spread you out. And they did last year, and their quarterback throws the ball around really well. And they get their guys in some open spaces, and they're very efficient with it. So we've got to be physical with them and, not let them, get those, not let them play basketball on grass, as a compliment, because we do the same thing. We try to spread you out, get our kids in space, and they do a really good job of it. So it's a big challenge for us. But one thing, Fostoria did a really nice job last week. It was the same thing. So, like, last week's game is really a nice precursor for this week for us also.
Yeah, and that's a great way to look at it, because you got a little bit of a tune-up last week, and now you're looking at the same, I wouldn't say the exact same team, but the same style of offense, so it gives you a little bit of an idea of what you're going into today. With this game, I think, like I said, when people look at this on paper and they look at it before the season, they might have thought, hey, this might be a dub for Seneca East. Go ahead and scratch that one off as a W. Now you look at it, and I can't quite say that you can be confident in chalking this one up as a W. This is going to be a great game. I heard Josh Morgret make the statement, first one to 70 wins.
I hope not. I hope it doesn't take 70 to win this game. Because every once in a while you see a game like that, and every time I see a game like that, I think, my God, I don't want to ever play in a game like that. But we got to score some points. There's no doubt.
Yeah.
We've got to slow down their offense and make some plays, but we can't let them get on a roll like they have the first 2 weeks.
What's the key to stopping this team? Like, what do you think is key for you guys if you want to get this team under wraps and keep them under a certain point total?
I think it's like any team you see like that, whether it's high school, college, or football. You got to be physical with them, and you got to get to their quarterback. If you don't put pressure on their quarterback, he's going to stand back there and have a field day. So our defense needs to have a big night, put some pressure on him, and be physical and tackle. Their receivers, when they catch the ball, because they're going to catch the balls, we just got to tackle them well in space.
Yeah, absolutely. And you guys every year I talk about, you guys always seem to have a crop of big kids. There's always, I don't know what you guys put in the water over there, what you guys are feeding them kids over there, but it always seems like you guys are just reloading with the next class of 6'3", 6'2", 6'4" guys. You got a lot more, you still got that height. You still got those big kids on the line this year. Is that the key for you guys this year? If you want to be successful, does it start and end with that offensive and defensive line?
Yeah, I would say so. That's got to be the heart of what we do. And I think any good team we've had, and you're absolutely right, in the last 10 years, we've been on a pretty good run. And it's because we've been good up front. That, that's any team that's successful is gonna win up front. And that's what won us the football game last week, and we're gonna need that again, this week and moving forward.
Yeah, and this is going to be a tough matchup once again here with Willard. Now, if you're looking at it, obviously you got to stop these guys, but from your standpoint, what are the keys for you guys to be able to take advantage of some of the mismatches you see in that defense?
It's what you just said. Our offensive line's they've got to win. When for us to come out victorious on Friday night, there can be no doubt at the end of the night that our offensive line played really well and was the more physical team up front. That is the key to what we've done so far, and then for it to be successful Friday night, it will be the key to that.
All right, Coach. So for our listeners or for our viewers, those people that are tuned into this broadcast, they have not got a chance to see these Tigers or the Willard Flashes yet this year. For the Tigers, who do we have to look for this year? Who are the playmakers? Who are the leaders of this team?
I think that, our leaders are, us as a unit, and I always encourage that out of the kids. I don't know that there's one person or group of people. Our offensive line, has been the heart of a lot of what we do. What if you watch our first game, Blake Foose is jumped out at you. He's done some fantastic things, but he's done some fantastic things because his receivers made plays and his backs, ran well for him, but also blocked well for him. And any success we've ever had has always, gone back to the team, and that's super important to us. We talk about us a lot. I think we have one really neat thing is, like, right now we just have a lot of people on the offense that share the ball and do some different things. That we really need that Friday night. We need a contribution from a lot of people on the perimeter and in the backfield.
I always remember a famous quote from Zach Baker. He always said, Ed Phillips told me once, they don't have receivers or running backs over there at Seneca East. They have ball carriers.
Yes. Yep, you're absolutely right. We take a lot of pride in that. Our kids play a lot of spots on offense. We don't expect them to be one position.
Yeah.
And we can't really have that. And one thing we've really developed in the last 5 to 7 years is we're the same way on defense. Our kids can play a lot of different spots, and it gives us some versatility, and it lets us take advantage of their strengths in different situations against different teams. So I think that applies to us on offense, and it is really evolved for us on defense too.
Yeah, absolutely, Coach. That's kind of the key for you guys over the last few years. As long as I've been covering you guys, that's the key. Is it's always a group mentality. It's never one above anyone else. It's all for one. That's exactly what it is, and I really appreciate that mentality. Obviously, a lot of coaches talk, but it feels like it's coming from the heart with you. You're not just out here giving us a line because we're media. You're actually telling us this is how we build our program here. And I mean, that goes a long way, and it's evident in the results.
Yeah. I mean, these kids they're part of my family, and I probably told you before, I love these kids, and we tell them that. And it's no secret. You can't spend that much time with kids and have them invest in something that it's important to you and vice versa, and not care for something. The program means a lot to me, and it means a lot to them. And I think that's that's why you win games like we've won the first 2 weeks. It's because guys aren't out there for themselves. They're out there for each other and for the program, and they're there for the guys that have been there in the past. We talk about legacy a lot. They've been handed off something really special, and it's their job to take care of it, and they take a lot of pride in that. And it is really, like you said, when you look on the field, you see big guys, and we've been really fortunate to have some big guys, talented guys, but we've also been blessed with the fact that one class has cared for the other and passed it on, and I think that genuine, family feeling is what makes us special.
I could definitely agree with that. I can see it. It's evident on game days. It's evident, leading up to the game. You guys have a great atmosphere that you've created over there, a great culture. And it starts with Tiger Nation, baby. We are ready to go. Tiger Nation's ready to roar after 2 straight road games. This is the home opener tonight, Coach. Now, obviously, I know we've talked about this stadium and what these fans bring to the game. But just how much does it mean to your guys coming back home to play this home opener here after 2 tough games on the road?
It's a lot. That's one thing we talked about in film on Saturday. The kids, because some of our, we had a pretty good student section at Fostoria on Friday. And the kids were talking about how loud they were. And I told them, I said, yeah, I can't wait to be home because that, as good as it was on the road, it's going to be 10 times that when we come into Attica because it is a special place. I tell our parents and our students, we have really developed as good a home atmosphere in high school football as there is around. And I think that's, we've had success and that generates it. But, that same family feeling, and we're emotional. I'm an emotional coach. I don't hide it. And our kids play with that same emotion and that same energy. And I think that radiates to our fans and our student section. And it does make it a fantastic place to be on Friday night.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Coach. I've been to a lot of different venues. I've seen a lot of different places to watch football. Yours is one of the most unique settings that I've ever been able to watch or broadcast a game from. So we're really excited about tonight's broadcast. Once again, Coach, I can't thank you enough for spending time with us here on this phone call, getting us set for tonight's matchup between Seneca East and the Willard Flashes. Any final thoughts before we let you go and get to the broadcast?
Hey, it's Friday night and we're in Attica, so it's time to turn the juice loose. I hope you enjoy it. Have some fun watching the game today.
All right. Thanks again, Coach. We appreciate your time.
Yep. Thanks, Nate.
All right. Seneca East football coach Ed Phillips. We're back to the broadcast here on Heart of Ohio Sports.
Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, your premier financial institution in Seneca County since 1952. Your community, your legacy. Federally insured NCUA.
Small business owners need somebody that can open the door to financing. And at First National Bank of Sycamore, we love opening the door for financing opportunities.
All right, I'm using my phone.
All right, welcome back. Here with the halftime show brought to you by TPC Food Service. Nate Mullins, Tommy Hall on the call. Tommy, an exciting first half of action here at Tiger Stadium. Thanks for tuning in here with us on Heart of Ohio Sports. What a first half.
Oh, absolutely. Trading shots throughout the first 24 minutes of action here in Attica, Ohio. As at one point, the Seneca East Tigers, they were trying to dig themselves out of a huge deficit that they had self-inflicted through turnovers and other means, fourth down attempts, not, the punting situation. Willard has been really on top of their game, being able to score off them turnovers, which is one of the reasons why you find this one at 21-12. But with about less than a minute left before we went into halftime there, Nate, Willard with the ball after Seneca East turned it over, had all the chance just to run the clock out, go into the half with a huge marginal lead. But trying to get fancy, airing it out, resulted in a interception by the Tigers, and then the Tigers on that ensuing drive were able to capitalize off a huge touchdown reception to get the Tigers back in this one, 21-12 here at the half.
Absolutely, and there you have it. That's the scoring updates. Thanks to TPC Food Service for all your service, helping us out here with the halftime show. I want to take a moment and thank all of our sponsors here on Heart of Ohio Sports for bringing you high school football each and every week right here on the Pulse of the Buckeye State. Thanks to Rodgers Flowers, TPC Food Service, Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, MST Sauce Company, Phillips Electric, Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, First National Bank of Sycamore, Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Inc., Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery, TJ Willie's Fine Foods, Feasel's Frame and Collision, Reino's Pizza and Pasta, Sara RIZEN Century 21 Bolte in Tiffin, Embroidery and Crafts by Busia, Buckeye IT Services, Linda S. Ritzler Accounting, Culligan Water, 5-Star Maintenance, Champs Barbershop, Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken, and the Advertiser-Tribune, all proud sponsors right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. And heard us add another sponsor, a couple more sponsors this week, the Advertiser-Tribune jumping on board with us. If you didn't pick up a copy of the Advertiser today, well, you didn't see our ad in the Advertiser telling you which games are on this week and how you can tune in. That's right, pick up your copy of the Advertiser-Tribune every Friday so you know what's going on.
Oh, absolutely, as we continue to expand our coverage. Right now going on over on the X stream, you can catch Tiffin Columbian versus River Valley. And here on the Adrenaline stream, where you tuned into right now, the Seneca East Tigers versus the Willard Flashes, with the Flashes on top. 21-12 as we get ready to get this second half underway, Nate.
Bailey, our cameraman, is so nice. I grabbed a sandwich for Eric, and I got it at halftime, and I didn't get a chance to get it to him before he got back out on the field. I told Bailey, I said, hey, if you see Eric, give it to him. Well, he wasn't going to stop until he found Eric and gave him that sandwich. So.
Thanks for thinking of me. Nonetheless, we're getting ready to kick.
Well, they were out of ribeyes. I know you're not a pork chop guy, so. Or are you?
Oh,
They were smoked pork chops, Tommy. They were really good. All out of ribeye, though. And Willard kicks it off to start the second half, and we're underway here at Tiger Stadium. And hopefully we get our camera guy up here.
Let's get a quick weather report. Phillips Electric weather report.
Eric, let's check in with our sideline reporter, Eric Hall. Of course, he's got the weather report brought to you by Phillips Electric. Go ahead, take it away, Eric.
Stand right there. You're in the graphic.
Tigers will take over.
Yeah. Some of the sandwich first, Nate. Thank you. Appreciate that. But
I picked a perfect time to throw it down to you right in the middle of a bite.
Yeah. You're down there eating a sandwich on the clock. Good Lord.
That's the high-quality production you're going to see right here.
Get back to the
on
game
Heart of
here.
Ohio Sports. All right, 1st and 10 Tigers, ball at the 30-yard line.
He's eating a ham
Sandwich. I said, why you just ain't eat it cold?
huge.
Nice pick up there by Blake Foose. First down run, picks up 12.
I think I see a little bit of laundry there in the backfield.
That's the first flag I've seen today, Tommy.
What a way to start this half out.
Holding, that'll go against Seneca East. So back up the Tigers.
20.
So 1st and 20 coming up now for Seneca East.
They don't make it any easier on him. Foose going to follow his blocks. They found the edge. Continuing to turn up yards, and he's shoved out of bounds. Right into Coach Phillips' lap.
Nice little shoulder shiver there as he goes out of bounds.
Actually, I think that's Phillips over there on the sideline doing the royal wave. Swing out pass to the receiver, and he's going to turn it up for more.
Blake Martin lowers his shoulder and delivers the boom as he heads out of bounds. First and 10, ball at the 45. Foose, actually, going to keep it himself, and he'll carry it up back to the line of scrimmage. That's about it.
Foose tallying on to those rushing yards. Well over 60 there now, just in that first half of action, Nate.
11 minutes left here in the third quarter. Willard leading 21-12 over Seneca East. Tigers have it, 2nd and 10 at their own 45-yard line. Blake Foose looks at the sideline for the play call. He has it. Settles into the shotgun formation, makes the line call, and now settles back in. Awaits the snap. He has it. Back to pass, slings it left side, and it is incomplete in the dirt. Intended for number 5, Justin Ryder. Boy, Tommy, they've tried to get Justin Ryder involved, but every pass his way has either been too short or too tall.
Well, you got a guy like Cam Robinson covering you, too. It doesn't make it any easier.
Absolutely.
Foose,
Third
all the
down,
time in the world.
Foose nearly come up with the reception. Would have been short of the first, but a heck of an effort there by Corbin Beamer. Off the tip pass.
And not quite at midfield. 4th and distance.
Probably a pooch punt here. That looks like the call. Foose backs up just a little bit here. Enough to get the punt away. And we got a false start. Tigers. As on the right side there, Corbin Beamer called on the false start.
And, you know, right before the end of the half, you get some of that momentum back. Then you come out in the second half here, and you're just shooting yourself in the foot.
Yeah.
You start this drive off 1st and 20 after a holding penalty.
And Foose gets the punt away. It actually, somebody got a piece of that one, Tommy. I think they did get a little bit of it.
Like it may have bounced off a helmet.
It definitely hit something on its way down the field.
23-yard punt. Willard will take over 1st and 10 at their own 37.
.24 left here in the third quarter. Flashes take over at their own 37-yard line. Handoff. Parsons on the carry, and he breaks a tackle and carries it up near the 45-yard line. Nice moves there by Austin Parsons, and this Willard offense right back up to the line, ready to call the next play. Not a hurry-up offense, but a no-huddle offense here by the Flashes. 2nd and 2 coming up. Isaac Robinson in the shotgun, calls out the play to his left side receivers. Robinson takes the snap. He's going to quick pitch off to the right side for Parsons. Parsons spins out of a tackle, and he'll be brought down right around the 46-yard line. So short of the first down by about a yard. 3rd and 1 coming up.
Parsons with touchdowns from both sides of the ball tonight. Huge pick 6 earlier that helped bury this lead. Bruising touchdown run earlier.
Third down and 1. Robinson takes the snap, handoff up the middle. And the Tigers, first effort was there, but the second effort there by number 11, Carson Hammonds. Or was that Hammonds? Yeah, it was Hammonds on the carry. And that'll be good for the first down.
Hammonds, he's just a playmaker for this Willard unit.
Thanks for tuning in here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Here on the Adrenaline stream, over on the X stream, we've got the Columbian River Valley matchup for you. You can find that on heartofohiosports.com and on YouTube. Nice
Huge
pass down
dime.
the right sideline by Robinson, but incomplete. Has great coverage down the field by the Tigers there.
Gosh, that pass was just picturesque.
Will Bischoff on the coverage.
As the Friday night lights start to turn on here in Attica, Ohio.
That cowbell, familiar sound as we are over here in Attica. 8:43 left here in the third quarter, 21-12 Willard. Flashes have it, 2nd and 10. Isaac Robinson, handoff, Parsons. Oh, what a nice job there in the backfield. To meet him is Ray Snook.
Snuck in there.
Snook just grabbed a hold of his ankles and wouldn't let him go anywhere.
Undetected.
Nice job there by the senior nose tackle.
That's also a tremendous job by the defensive back, Will Bischoff, on reading his keys on that one, going with the coverage and the motion man.
And back to pass. Down the right sideline, and that's incomplete.
That's going to bring up 4th down.
Now 4th down coming up here. Decision time for the Flashes with a 9-point lead here. 8 minutes to play here in the third quarter. What do you do, Tommy?
You punt.
Yeah, well, that's the obvious call.
Yep.
And here comes the punt unit now.
Yeah, you bury this Tiger squad after the offense comes out and stalls out on their opening drive of the second half. The Tigers just have not been clicking on all cylinders thus far. Huge chance for Coach Ed Phillips and his squad to get this offense clicking.
4th down, punt is away.
But it's going to come off of a huge punt that's going to pin the Tigers. Actually, touchback.
Back into the end zone for a touchback.
Wow, what a punt.
That's a boot right there. 51 yards on the punt for Isaac Robinson, but a net of 31 as the Tigers will start at their own 20-yard line. 7:53 left to play here in the third quarter. 21-12, Willard leading Seneca East, but the Tigers set to take over at their own 20-yard line. Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Inc. is here for all of your printing and design needs, from reunions to small events to business apparel and even vehicle lettering. They've got you covered. Check out the newly remodeled storefront where you can find gear from all of the local teams already made and ready to take home. They make the gear that you make your memories in. Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Inc. Blake Foose keeps it himself. Spin move, and that's a nice little first down carry. Give him about 8 yards on that one. And Foose.
That's the thing, is they open up these drives with huge runs and nice gains, but an incomplete here or a penalty here. I mean, that's the stuff that it starts to add up.
I believe that is Blake Foose on the field there. Hopefully he'll be all right. He's been an important part of this offense here with his legs and his arm.
And he's absorbed some punishment.
Yeah, he really has.
Throughout this one. As Coach Bill Speller for this Willard Flash unit, I mean, he's really has his defense dialed in here tonight.
Yeah.
A couple times early on when Willard turned the ball over. Defense remained strong.
halftime score from the Columbian game. Columbian leading 50-20 over River Valley at halftime.
Foos
Jogs off.
Walk off under his own power. Get him looked at and keep you updated as Tigers look to continue this drive. Now facing a 2nd and 2. That's a huge 8-yard run by Foos. Put the Tigers in that position.
They sling it out right side, completes it to his receiver,
Still
breaks
on
a
his feet.
tackle. Breaks another tackle, and he's inside Willard territory, down to the 47-yard line. Lane Dixon.
Dixon's been he's just been all over the place in this one. His fingerprints have been all over on this game to get the Tigers back into the swing of things.
Back to pass, sling it left side. The
Not
pass
good.
is tipped and incomplete. Nicholas Parks in for Foos at the quarterback position.
Cam Robinson gets his paw up there, able to tip it.
There's Nicholas Parks, a freshman, making his debut at the quarterback position here in front of the home crowd. 2nd down and 10.
I think that's Foos back in there.
Not quite yet. Hand off up the middle. And Dixon, the ball carrier once again. Lane Dixon carries it up for about a 3-yard gain. 3rd down and 7 coming up here for the Tigers. Blake Foos still being attended to. We'll check in with our sideline reporter Eric Hall here momentarily and see the status of him and see if he's possibly on his way back into the game after this play. 3rd and 7. And they sling it down the right sideline, and it is incomplete, intended for Caden Fritz. That one falls to the turf, incomplete. 4th down coming up here for the Tigers, 4th and 7.
In Stumbo, nice coverage.
Yeah, Nate, Foos looks to be stretching out both of his calves down here, still working with the trainer.
Just some cramping issues most likely. He's been really running hard out there today. And it's a warm one, folks. It's just about 80 degrees right now still. The sun's been down for about an hour now.
Blitz
Swing it out
comes
left
in.
side, complete. And he's still fighting, but he just comes up short of the 1st down marker.
What a read by the freshman, though.
Austin Perry on the reception, but just short of the 1st down. Boy, only about a yard short. Eric, that was a lot closer than what I thought it was. .6:32 left here in the 3rd quarter.
Another turnover, though, has given the ball back to Willard.
Turnover on downs. Flashes take over. Fake the handoff. Robinson over the middle. Completes it to his receiver. He breaks a tackle. Another tackle. And now he's past the 45 down to the 42-yard line. Carson Hammonds on the reception. A great run after the catch there by Hammonds.
Lapse in judgment by the defender there as he tried to almost strip that one out instead of just securing the tackle. Go ahead and take a moment to thank our sponsors here that help bringing you high school football right here on Heart of Ohio Sports.
Thanks to Rodgers Flowers, TPC Food Service, Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, MST Sauce Company, Phillips Electric, Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, First National Bank of Sycamore, Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Ink, Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery, TJ Willie's Fine Foods, Feasel's Frame and Collision, Reino's Pizza and Pasta, Sara Rizen Century 21 Bolte in Tiffin, Embroidery and Crafts by Busia, Buckeye IT, Linda S. Ritzler Accounting, Culligan Water, 5-Star Maintenance, Champs Barbershop, Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken, and the Advertiser-Tribune, all proud sponsors right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Of course, I mentioned one of those sponsors. Have I told you about Sara Rizen, Century 21 Bolte in Tiffin? Serving 13 locations in and around the Tiffin community, Sara Rizen has made a name for herself by putting the needs of her clients first and foremost. You won't be treated by just like just another number. She truly cares about what you want to accomplish and aims to make it happen any way she can. Call Sara Reisen, Century 21 Bolte and Tiffin if you're looking for or looking to sell your home in the Tiffin or surrounding areas. Don't go out into that market unprepared, folks. I'm telling you. It's a dangerous one right now.
That's a dangerous one for Seneca East as Tigers trail right now 21-12, sorry, with 6:22 remaining here in the third quarter of action. Tommy Hall and Nate Mullins live on the call with you from Tiger Stadium here in Attica.
Nice job. Able to make it off on his own power there as Carson Hammonds. First and 10, flashes. They have it at the 41-yard line inside Tiger territory. Empty backfield, they bring a man in motion. That's Parsons. Robinson back to pass, slings it over the middle. Incomplete, nice coverage on the play by number 8, Ryler Beamer.
Second and 10, all that much more harder to make up.
This is a big drive for Seneca East. 6 minutes left here in the third quarter. They need to come up with a stop or a turnover here. As Robinson rolls to the left, slings it over the middle, completes it. Cam Robinson has it, and he's out of bounds right around the 25-yard line. Will Bischoff pushes him out of bounds, but Robinson picks up about 16 and sets up the flashes with a first and 10 at the Tigers' 25-yard line. 4 receivers out to the right, one all by himself here on the left side.
Oh, look at that.
Keeps it himself up the middle. Breaks a tackle. He's down around the 10-yard line. 15-yard gain there by Isaac Robinson. And the flashes, once again, on the move.
Robinson's got some moves. Yeah. Dual threat. Can torch you in the air, torch you on the run. Keeps the defense humble.
Robinson back to pass. First and goal. Slings it into the end zone. Incomplete, but a flag flies on the left side over here. I think we got an ineligible man downfield, Tommy, as big number 76. Kind of out here in no man's land, but we'll see what the call is. Maybe a holding. Is that necessary?
Was that holding?
Do we really need to bang on things? First and 10, or first and 20. Ball at the 20-yard line.
Roll out. Seneca's on his heels. Seneca East on the heels. Is there another penalty?
No. And second and 20 coming up here after the incomplete.
Yeah, player down on the far side of the field, though.
And while they take a timeout with 5:36 left to play here in the third quarter, I want to tell you about our friends at Buckeye IT. With Buckeye IT services, your business is treated like their business because it is. They want to get to know your business and how your struggle with technology just might be holding your company back. Don't be stuck in the Stone Age. Let Buckeye IT Services work with you to tailor a solution with a combination of best practices and new equipment to help you eliminate IT pain for your business. Start your partnership today by visiting them at buckeyeit.com.
.536 remaining here in the third quarter as both squads really struggling to get anything going here in the early onset of this second half.
scoreless here in the third quarter from both teams. We'll take a look around the area at the First National Bank of Sycamore scoreboard. As right now, Fremont Ross leading Sandusky 21-13. That's in the third quarter. Well, Sandusky playing pretty tough with them Little Giants. Bellevue leading Shelby 12-10 in the third quarter. Norwayne still leading Clyde 20-6. That's now in the fourth quarter. Olmsted falls all over Norwalk 35-0. Gibsonburg leading Mohawk 28-14. Hopewell Loudon over Fostoria 27-12 in the third quarter. And a 2nd and 20 here in Attica. Willard. Robinson slings it into the end zone, up for grabs and incomplete. But that's gonna be a pass interference call.
If anything, that
both players jockeying for position there. Looked like hand fighting with both players involved, but most of the time in that situation, that's going to go towards the defense. So it is indeed the call. That'll be a first down, and it'll be half the distance to the goal. So it'll be set them up at the 10-yard line.
Penalties, penalties, penalties.
Not a spot foul, so it doesn't give them the first and goal at the 1, but automatic first down. Or no, that's not an automatic first down, is it? It's a 15-yard penalty, so. Second and 10. Robinson back to pass, slings it over the middle into the end zone.
Ooh.
Incomplete. What a nice job in coverage by Ryler Beamer.
And that's why they teach you to pursue the ball even if you don't have a chance at it as a defender, because as you've seen, that deflection right there could have landed in the hand had you kept continuing to make a play on it.
Absolutely.
A little late for could-haves. Huge third down play.
Third and goal at the 10. Robinson looking into the end zone, back corner, pulled it down, and he comes down with it, but did they get feet in bounds? He did. Touchdown, Willard.
A lot of times coverage kind of relented downfield just because they didn't want to get chippy again.
What a grab in the end zone by Carson Seneger.
Seneger just had to reach for it.
And now the Flashes lead 27-12. 5:19 left to play here in the third quarter here in Attica.
That's one of the things about this week 3 matchup is you knew coming in, both squads 2-0.
Willard essentially just wasted a timeout on an extra point. Looked like they had pretty much everything set, but I don't know. 5:19 left here in the third quarter. 27-12. Willard on top of Seneca East.
At halftime, Carey was losing weight 15-6. Lucas was leading Winford 28-14 in the third. Gibsonburg was leading Mohawk.
As we mentioned, Columbian all over River Valley. They put up a 50-piece in the first half, Tommy. 50-20 is the score. 30-point lead out of the locker room. You know what that means? That means a running clock. That means those guys are going to be waiting on us to get back. St. Paul on top of Calvert, 21-6 right now in the, I imagine that'd be halftime. At one time I thought that score said 14-13, but 21-6 is your score. St. Paul leading Calvert, and Willard knocks through the extra point to take a 28-12 lead. That is still a 2-possession game, as the Tigers would need 2 touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions just to tie this one up. 5:19 left here in the third quarter.
And guys, I saw Foose getting ready on the sidelines. He was talking with X and O's with the coach. I think.
You think he's ready to come in, Eric?
Yeah, I think the Tigers are going to get their quarterback back.
All right, well, there you have it. The breaking news from the sideline reporter, Eric Hall. Thanks for that, Eric. Looks like Blake Foose may be ready to come back into the game here for Seneca East. We'll see after this kickoff here. He's got his helmet. Looks like he's ready. Thought the freshman did a pretty decent job in relief. Nicholas Parks.
Yeah, able to convert. Drive stalled out. But Willard, after a huge 3rd and goal from the 10-yard line, able to find pay dirt to put this one up 28-12 with 5:19 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. It's going to be fielded around the 15. Blake Martin on the return. Got a good head of steam. Actually, no, that was Corbin Beamer getting a good head of steam there. But the Tigers, I believe, will start this drive right around their 33-yard line. Seneca East gave up a huge touchdown reception now to continue this deficit, 28-12. As we alluded to, that would take 2 touchdowns and two two-point conversions just to tie this one as Foos gets back at the quarterback position. I believe that's going to be a Willard timeout.
Timeout on the field. And again, one last time we'll announce the 50-50 winner. Ticket number 749.
They take a timeout. We'll take a quick timeout. Thank our sponsors, bringing you high school football right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. We want to thank Rodgers Flowers, TPC Food Service, Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, MST Sauce Company, Phillips Electric, Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, First National Bank of Sycamore, Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Inc., Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery, TJ Willie's Fine Foods, Feasel's Frame and Collision, Reino's Pizza and Pasta, Sara RIZEN, Century 21, Bolte and Tiffin, Embroidery and Craft by Busia, Buckeye IT, Linda S. Ritzler Accounting, Culligan Water, 5-Star Maintenance, Champs Barbershop, Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken, and the Advertiser-Tribune, bringing you high school sports right here on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State, as Foos in the gun. Martin on his hip, on his right hip. Foos just going to tuck and run. Looking for the option, decides to tuck. And Willard was there to meet him. And this drive started right around the 31. It actually looks like it might. And he does get 2 on the carry. 2nd and 8.
Foos rolls to his right, slings it out, and it's incomplete. Looking for number 6, Austin Perry, out on the right side, but just overshoots his intended receiver. 3rd down and 8 coming up.
That's the thing, is when the Flashes dial up this defense, 1st, 2nd, 3rd down, they all go pretty quick.
Yeah.
These are fast defensive series. Foos, he gives you a chance.
3rd and 8. Foos, pressure, slings it over the middle.
Oh.
Incomplete.
A little underthrown there.
Trying to find Caden Fritz there.
As the pressure came in. .436 in the 3rd quarter. You're tuned into the adrenaline stream here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Huge 4th down. Seneca East just going to punt it away. It's going to take a nice Tiger roll.
Foos puts this one inside the 25, down at the 23. That's where Willard will take over.
Sand begins.
46-yard punt there by Foos.
Sand begins to trick through the hourglass, Nate, as if you're Seneca East defense, you got to make a big stop here, get the ball back, and continue to make something happen here in this third quarter. Because if you can win the quarter, there's still time to win the game.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll tell you, this crowd hasn't gotten out of it yet.
Well, they saw a
They never
comeback
do.
victory last week against Fostoria.
Handoff, Parsons off the left side, tries to spin out of a tackle, but he's brought down right around the 30-yard line. Actually, they'll say
5 Austin Parsons on the carry. Brought down by number 12.
closer to the
Pick
26.
up a 2 on the play. Second down, 8 number flashes.
Robinson in the gun. Sends a man in motion. Robinson.
Parsons on the handoff. Not much doing there.
Bunch of Tigers in on that one. Nice read. Move, that was number 12 on the stop. Oh, Blake Foo's getting his nose in there.
3:35 left to play here in the ball game. Clock continues to roll. 3rd and 8. Flashes. They're going to keep this drive alive.
They're going to try to take their time.
Robinson
You're in
back
the
to
driver's
pass.
seat.
Looking. He's pressured. He's going to keep it himself. He's got plenty of room to the
Look
40,
at that.
45, and slides down inside the 45. Isaac Robinson on the quarterback keeper picks up 21. Actually given 24. Down to the 49-yard line. Impressive run there by the junior, Isaac Robinson.
And just when you have him dead to rights, he cuts you up. Ooh. Tough day at the office when you got to play against this kid.
Robinson back to pass, 1st and 10. Looks right side. He's got a man out there, but he underthrows his intended target. Boy, he had him wide open out there, Tommy.
Yeah.
If he'd have just put that one out in front of Parsons, that would have been 6.
Covered by number 4, Blake Martin on the play.
Oh, Willard seen the Tigers start to tighten up. Switched over into that zone, and once again, finding the soft spot.
Robinson, 2nd and 10, back to pass. He's going to keep it off the left side.
Ooh.
And he's hit.
Still on bounds.
Stays in bounds and picks up about 4, about 4 yards.
What a football IQ.
Yeah.
He wasn't going to allow himself to get cleaned up on the sideline and running out. He took that shot to keep that clock rolling.
That's right. Heads up play there by the junior quarterback. 3rd and 7 coming up here for Willard.
Or maybe he just plays with reckless abandon. I mean, the verdict's still out.
Little bubble screen set up for the receiver there, and not a whole lot doing. Actually, that was not really much of a bubble screen. It's like a slant screen there, Tommy. I've seen teams start to do that a little more often where the line kind of lets up and they go to that second level, pick up those blocks at the second level, and the receiver runs a slant underneath of those blocks. Pretty nice concept there, but just was Seneca East defense was all over it. 4th and 5. Flashes keep the offense on the field. Robinson back to pass, slings it out left side.
Got Parsons on the...
And there's Laundry on the field. They pick up the 1st down, but there's a flag back in the backfield right around the area of, indeed, it is holding against the Flashes.
Eric, you almost got up close and personal on that one.
There.
Down there on the front lines, is Eric Hall.
1:31 left to play in the 3rd quarter. Willard leading 28-12. And after this holding penalty, they'll have a 4th and about 17, maybe 15 coming up here. Yeah, 4th and long. 4th and 19 coming up. That will most likely change their mind about what they want to do here, Tommy.
Yeah.
I wouldn't expect them to go for it now.
Time becomes the enemy if you're Seneca East. If you're Willard, you just want to pin them back and make their offense take as much time on this possession without giving up the touchdown as possible to keep this one rolling. As it
Pretty decent punt there. About a 42, 40,
yeah,
about a 45-yard punt.
This kid's averaging about 48 yards a punt.
Yeah.
Jeez.
35 yards. 35-yard punt. 1:23 left here in the third quarter. Make sure you stick around for the postgame show brought to you by Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, where we will crown the player of the game, brought to you by MST Sauce Company. It's all coming to you right after the conclusion of this ball game here on Heart of Ohio Sports. 28-12, Willard leading here in Attica at Tiger Field. Seneca East set to take over at their own 25-yard line. They need to get something going here, Tommy.
And in a hurry.
Foos, back to pass, slings it right side, and it is tipped. Tipped at the line. Nice job there by Parsons, as Austin Parsons has been everywhere for the Flashes here tonight.
I always say if you lob it up there, it creates disaster, but if you just laser it over the middle like that, that's also pretty dangerous call.
2nd and 10. Shotgun formation. Foos. Handoff up the middle. Walker. Actually, no, that's Martin. Blake Martin on the carry.
Blake Martin, wrapped up and tackled by number 36.
Showing your age there, pal.
I know it was.
3rd down and 9 to go.
I'm just excited about seeing him play tomorrow.
Yeah, I was going to say that Seneca East contingent.
Alive and well at Heidelberg.
Yep.
Foos, 3rd and 9, rolling to his right. He's going to be pressured and brought down in the backfield.
Yeah, and the ref's going to throw a flag there. Eric, did you get a good look at that?
What happened on that play, Eric? What caused the flag?
I don't know. I didn't see anything from down here.
Foos brought down by number 12, Jordan Dye, and 45, Austin Parsons.
Like a face mask or something.
Yeah, personal foul face mask. That will be a first down. And it goes against the Flashes. So a costly mistake there, as that would have been 4th down coming up here, Tommy. But now instead, new life has been breathed into the Seneca East Tigers.
You got 40 seconds to make a statement to make this one a different ball game going into the 4th quarter. Seneca East,
28-12, Willard.
3 timeouts in their pocket.
33 seconds left here in the third. Foos, quarterback keeper, designed draw.
And maybe gets back to the line.
By number 11, Parsons. 2nd down and 9 to the Tigers. 20 seconds remaining, 3rd quarter.
Inside of 20 seconds left here in the third. We'll see if they run another play.
Those direct and those keepers out of the gun, especially against a defense that's been hammering on you with the pressure, you really
Foos slings it down the sideline. Oh, Ivershausen almost comes up with it. What an effort by Cody Hyberhausen.
He was going so fast that the ball just kind of stayed there and he kept going.
Yeah. What an effort.
I think he might have landed on the ball.
Oh, yeah. Nose of the ball right on his sternum.
Well, that's going to do it here for the 4th quarter of action.
The third quarter.
3rd quarter.
All right, as we end the third quarter, your score, Willard 28, Seneca East 12. We'll be right back after this for the exciting conclusion of tonight's ball game right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Your Legacy Federal Credit Union. Your premier financial institution in Seneca County since 1952. Your community, your legacy. Federally insured NCUA.
Small business owners need somebody that can open the door to financing. And at First National Bank of Sycamore, we love opening the door for financing opportunities.
And we're back here at Tiger Field. Nate Mullins, Tommy Hall on the call. Tigers coming up with a 3rd and 9 here. Blake Foos back to pass. They set up a little screen off to the right side. And they keep fighting. He's fighting, and he's fighting all the way to the first down marker. What an effort by Caden Fritz.
What a way to come out here in this 4th quarter. Down 2 scores.
Eric, he was stopped 4 yards short of that first down marker, was he not?
That was a team effort, Nate. They had a scrum going on, pushing him past.
All the time in the world for Foos. He's going to dial up.
He's got a man. Oh, what a play in coverage by Cam Robinson. That one intended for Austin Perry.
Deflected by number 4, Cam Robinson. 2nd down 10 for the Tigers.
Expect Tigers to be quick to the ball now.
And a timeout called. I didn't catch which team got that timeout. They didn't point which way.
We got a man down on the field.
Oh, officials timeout. It's a man down on the field. So. Yep. That's the in-depth perspective you're only going to find right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Thanks to our sideline reporter, Eric Hall, for that. Hot dogs are $1. Hot dog. All right. See you later, folks. I'm done.
I mean, you guys eat on the air anyway, so what's the matter?
I eat all the time.
Give me some hot dogs.
You can't hand me a sandwich and not expect me to eat a bite.
Well, speaking of good food, I mean, let's talk about Reino's Pizza and Pasta. Home of some of the best pizza in Tiffin, such as their all-new MST Loaded Chicken Chunk Pizza. Eric, have you tried the MST Chicken Pizza yet?
I have. It is delicious.
Oh, my God. It's so phenomenal. You get the best of both worlds with that one. 2 great local businesses teaming up to bring you this fabulous creation from the labs of the young Johnny Reino. Reino's Pizza and Pasta. Second and 10. Fake the handoff on the jet sweep. That's a great play call by Ed Phillips.
Foos was one man to beat.
Blake Foos down the sideline, out of bounds at the 15-yard line. What a play call by Ed Phillips as he's giving him that look all game. The jet sweep, the jet sweep, the jet sweep. Taking the defense all the way to the right. And Blake Foos says, hey, there's a lot of open green to the left.
Patient man as Coach Phillips. He waits and waits you out. And then before you know it, he torches you with the flip of the script.
And they're going to go again. Run that one again. Hey.
Off.
And that one's down around the 10-yard line. But once again, picks up about 4 on the play. And I'll tell you, Foos, that's a nice play call there because it puts him out there in open territory. He only had 1 man to beat there. Nice open field tackle there by the Flashes. Carson Weirs. 2nd and 6. Foos. This one's a quarterback keeper. Design play up the middle. And he's going to be close to the first down. Should be good enough to move the chains. We'll see.
They continue to be quick to the ball.
He's going to be short. So 3rd. And we're going to get an official's measurement, I believe, here. Yes, that will be call for the chain gang to come on out. Because they want to see exactly where this is measured at.
Again, after that collision may have stalled the Tiger drive to keep it from being first down. Don't forget Feasel's Frame and Collision. Your one-stop shop for vehicle body repair is Feasel's Frame and Collision. Why go to the rest when you can take your vehicle to the best? Feasel's Frame and Collision is a family-owned business that services vehicles for the families in this community for many, many years and will continue for years to come. Officials measure. And what are they going to?
And this one will determine whether this is a first down or a fourth down coming up here for the Tigers. As it stands, they mark the ball at the 6-yard line. And here's the chain. They stretch it out. And this one is a first down, Tigers. First down, Seneca East.
Gonna be reading all about that one.
That's absolutely right. You'll read all about it.
As you can check out the Heart of Ohio Sports and each Friday in the Advertiser-Tribune to see which matchups we will be covering that week, how you can tune in. You read all about it in the Advertiser-Tribune and get on board with the longest running news publication in the Tiffin area.
Fake the handoff. Now he's going to go left side again. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Don't put the kids to bed yet. We still got a ball game, folks.
The Tigers, again, you got a lot of work to make up. But 10:36 remaining here in the fourth quarter. We're not going anywhere as this one's at 10 points now.
A personal foul penalty against Seneca East here. We'll see what the call is, but is this possibly an unsportsmanlike after the touchdown, or will this possibly erase this score off the board?
Should be backing them up for the extra point, it looks like.
That could be big. They need 2 here.
Yeah, they got to get this 2-point here, so this could be big. A costly penalty for the Tigers here.
That's been the running theme of this one.
The official said the touchdown is good, and the penalty was after the score.
Penalty comes after the score, so touchdown will stand. But it's still not exactly great news for the Tigers because they still need this 2-point conversion. And in order to get it, they're going to have to travel about 18 yards. So, ball at the 18-yard line for this 2-point conversion. Foose brings a man in motion. That's Beamer. Fake it to the motion man, into the end zone, wide open! Oh, overthrows his intended receiver, Caden Fritz. Well, he had Fritz all by himself out there in single coverage, and Fritz beat his man to the corner. Just a little bit outside the extended reach.
Which we thought was this lead going into the fourth quarter, but after a huge touchdown by the Seneca East Tigers, this one's at 10, Nate.
That's right.
And it's within reach with 10:36 remaining in the game. Seneca East, we're going to have to strap up defensively and get after this Willard Flash offense, who really hasn't shown much signs of slowing down. Tremendous fought third quarter. Still, Willard was able to find pay dirt and get on the board to extend the lead, but the Seneca East Tigers, they keep chipping away at that deficit.
Xcaret Mexican Restaurant is a staple in the Tiffin community. Stop out and check out their new look menu with some delicious new items you just have to try for yourself. Gather your friends, go get some queso, because you deserve it. Treat yourself to the best at Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, located in the Tiffin Mall. Once again, big shout out to Lisette Torres and her entire family and staff over there at Xcaret Mexican Restaurant. New episode of Mulling It Over to drop soon, as we've got a recorded one in the can that we're going to find time to get it edited and get it out there, because we had a great time over there with Lisette, but
spent so much time eating, you forgot to.
Well, that's just the story of my life, Tommy.
Got to edit out almost 3 or 4 hours of footage of just mouthfuls of food.
Yeah, well, there's some talking in there, but. So the Flashes take over at their own 35-yard line.
And the time for talk is over with 10:35 remaining in the game.
Little jet sweep action here, right side.
Nice.
They find the perimeter. And he's drug out of bounds, but past the first down marker.
Still on his feet is Hammonds.
We got a flag on the play in the backfield. Holding is called against Willard.
It can't unravel now if you're Willard. You pretty much have played a flawless game in some
close
respects
to it,
as far as discipline.
Put some pads on that kid.
Put the pressure on Tigers!
First and about 23. Back to pass.
This
Robinson
one's
down the field. It's complete. He's got his man, and they got the first down inside Tiger territory down to the 47-yard line. What a reception downfield by Carson Hammonds. And what a pass by Robinson. Tommy, this kid, he just steps back and chucks it.
Yeah, that was his all-out routes for the wideouts for
That was a pretty ball right there.
Willard.
Man.
Those guys came off the ball so quick, didn't even give the defense a chance to adjust their set.
First and 10, ball inside Tiger territory at the 47. Little spinner action here. Cam Robinson going to be tackled in the backfield, so all that for nothing.
As long as you're able to continue to move the chains, you always want to put the exclamation mark on this one, but once again, these long sustained drives continue to bring out your second enemy in the clock.
9:30 to play here in the ball game. Flashes have it second and 11. Low snap. Robinson gets it. Completes it out to the right side for Cam Robinson, and a well-covered play there by number 23, Lane Dixon, as he comes up to make the stop. Got about 9 yards to pick up this first down if you're Willard. What kind of a play you drawing up here, Tommy?
Well, we talk about playing with reckless abandon. Robinson just allowed Cam Robinson to take a shot, but Robinson comes up with the play. So, again, you can force the issue here. Squeeze it in that tight window like you've been known to do all game if you're Robinson. And convert.
Robinson rolls to the left, slings it out. It's incomplete behind his intended receiver as he was trying to find Parsons, who was leaking out of the backfield there, but
It came dangerously close to being behind the line, too.
yeah, yeah.
4th and 8, you might just see him dial the same one.
I don't know.
You got to believe you got to try to pin these Tigers back again.
If I'm Willard, it's a 2-possession ball game here. I pooch punt this thing down to the 10-yard line. But they're going to go for it. 4th and 8. Robinson slings it out right side, complete, and they should have the first down. Indeed, they do, up to the 34-yard line. First down for Willard on 4th and 8. Once again, Tommy, these 4th down conversions are just backbreakers for this Tiger comeback effort.
Yeah, there was some nasty action back there at the line that allowed Robinson to deliver that ball. I guess you can't call what you don't see, though.
That's single wing. That's exactly what that look just was right there.
Some laundry, I think, on the field, though.
You got some laundry back around the 25. And more laundry comes onto the field. Right around the 10-yard line. We'll see what the call is right around the 30, actually. We'll let the referee crew sort this one out. Once again, 28-18 your score. 8:25 left here in the 4th quarter.
More flags thrown on that one than the UN Summit meeting. Penalties offset there.
So they'll replay the down. Shotgun set. Robinson. Nope. Oh, the ball's on the ground.
Ball's loose. I think Tiger fall on it.
Oh, they're saying that's an incomplete pass because it was a forward pass.
Huh?
It was a forward pass. It indeed was. It's one of those looks where it's confusing if you're a defense because it looks like a shovel pass, and as long as it goes forward, that's an incomplete pass.
Well, these mud fence pitch outs that today's quarterbacks are learning or seeing in prime time, they're starting to translate here at the high school level.
Robinson back to pass, 2nd and 10, pressure, gets it away, left side complete. And Hammond.
Ball comes out!
Hey, he's going to be down. He'll be down on the ground, though.
He
Ball
reached
caused
for
that
it and
fumble.
bounced it off him.
Yeah, but the ball caused the fumble.
Number 11, Carson Hammonds. Official ruled him down.
The ball also caused the first down. That's what I mean.
And indeed, it will be a first down, Willard. They'll mark it at the 24-yard line.
What a way to reach out and extend that play
Yeah.
to pick up the first as the clock continues to roll. Just when you think Willard is or Seneca East has got all the answers, Willard changes the question.
Handoff up the middle.
Nice spin move. He goes
Nice
for
carry
more.
there by Austin Parsons.
Actually, by number 2, Will Bischoff. On the play. 2nd down.
7:24 left in the ball game. 2-possession game here for the Tigers. And they've got to try to keep it that way. 2nd down and 2. Robinson, the man in motion, and Robinson takes the snap. Handoff up the middle. Parsons bounces off a tackle right into the arms of a waiting Tiger defender.
Austin Parsons, ball.
3rd down and 2 coming up. No gain on the play.
Blake Moose and Blake Martin went up. 3rd and 2.
6:40 left in the ball game. 3rd down and 2. This is a huge down and distance for the Tigers here.
The no down and distance has been threatening for the Flashes.
4 receivers off to the right side of the formation.
Bring the blitz.
Robinson going to keep it himself up the middle. He's got the first down. And that'll move the chains and keep that clock rolling after they set the chains once again.
Blitz and linebacker came through. Robinson able to find that space in the A-gap, turn that one up for more. And this one continues to roll on. 6:14 and counting as Willard continues to move the chains and now driving into the red zone.
And it looks like they're going to be just short of the goal line. Carson Hammond's the ball carrier. Some nice pipes. 1st and goal at the 1. Parsons buries his head, and he's in. Touchdown, Willard. So the Flashes put the exclamation point on this drive and potentially the game here.
What a tremendous job Parsons has done on here. Finally, a good Parsons project. As his senior campaign continues to roll on.
.538 left to play in the ball game. 34-18 is your score. And the Flashes on to attempt the extra point. And the extra point attempt is up. It is good, and that is a 3-possession ball game now, folks. 17-point lead for the Flashes puts this one just that much further out of reach for the Tigers.
Yeah, 10-point deficit almost to start this one.
They had their
Seneca
chances,
East
though, Tommy. They had their chances.
able to punch it in at the beginning of the fourth quarter, like we talked about.
Missed opportunities, mistakes, just self-imposed.
That was also about a 5-minute drive.
Yeah, well, this Willard offense, there's something. And they're as advertised here, Tommy. I think we saw it coming into this game. They put up 77 on Plymouth last week. And I thought, 120 points through the first 2 games. Is this Tigers team going to be able to slow them down? Well, it was a tall task, Tommy.
This Willard, they just have so many weapons. And Robinson at the helm. Oh, this Willard squad, they can be dangerous this year. Huge playmakers.
And a big shout out to Luis Antonio, the sophomore kicker, 5 for 5 on the night on extra points. You don't see that very often, Tommy, high school level. I know everybody says, it's the extra point. You should be able to get that, but man, I tell you wouldn't believe how many times things go wrong on that extra point at the high school level.
And I'd love to see anybody that's out there saying that. Go out there and just try to kick one.
Go try to kick one under that pressure. Yeah.
Or just in general. With no eyes watching. Tall task.
Antonio puts his leg into that one. A deep kick fielded right around the 14-yard line.
Tall task for Seneca East with 5:38. Got to bring it up.
Be driven out of bounds as Austin Perry on the return brings it up to about the 37-yard line. That's where the Tigers will take over with 5:31 left to play here in the ballgame. Make sure you stick around for the postgame show. Of course, postgame show brought to you by your friends at Your Legacy Federal Credit Union. Your Legacy Federal Credit Union has been part of this community for 70 years. They're a member-driven financial cooperative and are delighted to provide a personal touch to an often impersonal industry with a focus on respect and member satisfaction while caring for your financial needs. Stop in at Your Legacy, located at 25 Schaefer Park Drive in Tiffin. Your community, your legacy. Federally insured NCUA. 1st and 10, Tigers. 5:31 to play here in the ballgame. Fake the handoff. And now,
too indecisive. Foose actually
going to take off and run off the left side. He's got the first down, and he's out of bounds. Right around midfield. Nice pick up there by Blake Foose. Give him 12 on the carry.
We always talk about them second chance yards, and a guy like Foose gives you that extra chance.
He's got to be nearing 100 yards on the ground. 5:18 to play. Foose in the shotgun all by himself. Looks, gets rid of it down the field, and incomplete. Intended for Corbin Beamer. Nice job on the coverage down the field by Ian Stumbo. Injured player down on the field for the Tigers. A lot of cramping here today, Tommy. It seems like on a lot of these longer plays, that's the issue you see. And it's just a hot one out there. Eric, it really hasn't cooled down much, has it? And he's out of sight, out of mind. I haven't really felt like it's cooled down much at all, especially up here in this press box. I mean, oof.
Here we are again, live from Attica, Ohio, as Willard, huge 17-point lead over Seneca East after the Tigers had it down to a 10-point deficit, almost begin this fourth quarter of action.
I wouldn't go trying out for basketball. That's good to see. Corbin Beamer able to get up and walk off on his own power. Hopefully that young man's okay. Second and 10. Ball at midfield. Blake Foose stands in the shotgun, brings the man in motion. Fake it to the motion man. Now he's going to keep it off the left side, and the defense is right there to make the stop, but
Fooled me once. Willard, though, tremendous read, as quick to the ball as
Foose back to pass. Looking, slings it right side. He's got it out. It's complete to his receiver and out of bounds. Right at the first down marker. Should be good enough to move the chains. Ryler Beamer on the reception. Sophomore receiver. Got about 4 minutes and 42 seconds left here. Tigers have it. 1st and 10 at the 39 inside Willard territory. Hyberhausen in motion. Foose fakes the handoff, now slings it out left side.
No, what a tremendous
nice
read.
play in coverage by Isaac Robinson.
seen it right at the last second, and had he had just that millisecond, that extra step, that would have been going the other way.
He read his counterpart like a book.
Wow. Tremendous coverage, brings up a huge 2nd and 10.
Blake Foose in the shotgun, takes the snap. Looking, slings it down the field, and it is incomplete.
Underthrown ball.
Tried to find Caden Fritz, but that one's incomplete. That'll bring up 3rd and 10.
That sometimes can be a hard decision, especially when you got a defender coming over and one coming over top.
Yeah.
They're forced to try to lead the receiver low, but that one underthrown skips into the ground, brings up 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10. Foose going to keep it himself up the middle, and he's got about 4, maybe 5 yards, up to about the 35.
I don't know if there's such a sentence as 4th and manageable, but at least it's a little easier than 4th and 10.
4th down and 6 coming up. Down to 4:10 left to play in the ball game. Blake Foose in the shotgun. One man back there with it. Foose back to pass. Pressure.
There it is.
Foose right, slings it out. It's complete. He's got it to
Wow.
his man. Fritz has the first down. Caden Fritz on the reception, comes up with the first down, and the Tigers keep this drive alive.
And the Tigers won't go away softly into that soft night, Nate, as they somehow able to move the chains off of a huge 4th and 6.
Ball at the 26-yard line. Foose back to pass, slings it left side, complete. Hyberhausen on the reception.
Tries to bring it back out.
Tries to break a tackle, keeps his feet moving, and carries a pile forward to just about the 20-yard line. Give him about 5. Sets him up with 2nd and 5. 3:36 left to play here in the ball game. 35-18, Willard leading Seneca East. Tigers have possession, 2nd and 6. Foose going to keep it himself up the middle.
Foose!
Got some running room, and he's inside the 10 down to the 7. Blake Foose on the quarterback keeper. Picks up the first down for the Tigers. Keeps this drive alive. Foose takes the snap, slings it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers!
10-point deficit with 10:25 remaining. A little bit easier to reach. 3:18. Man, this defense is going to have to be quick to it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and I think in this situation, this is a 2-possession game still. You're gonna have to get that onside kick here, Tommy. You've seen what Willard has done the last 2 times they've had the ball. They've scored. You don't want to give the ball back to him. I think this is a situation now where.
That's a good point, because again, you run the risk of them, setting up with great field position. But if you haven't been able to hold them scoreless, what's it matter?
Yep. Foose in the shotgun, pressure, slings it into the end zone, and it's broken up. 2-point conversion is no good. Keeps your score at 35-24. Willard leading Seneca East with 3:18 left to play in the ball game. And now it's decision time for Coach Ed Phillips. You only got 1 timeout, so I don't think there's really much of a decision here. You're going to have to get this onside kick. Or no, actually, they got all three. Willard only has one timeout. I'm looking at the wrong side of the scoreboard here. Willard with one timeout. Seneca East has all three in their back pocket. So, do you think this would be a situation, Tommy, where maybe they might kick it off and try to get that stop on defense?
I don't know.
That's a big word, try.
You're talking about a Willard offense that has been able to easily convert 3rd and long, 3rd and 9, even on 4th and long situations. No down and distance situation is safe against Willard, especially if they're trying to extend the drive and continue to make that clock run down. So you almost take your chances to keep it away from this Willard offense. Well, we'll see.
And they do try the onside kick here, and it looks like there's a scrum for the ball here. We'll see who comes up with it.
I blew that dead
Referee's
before
got to
anybody
see
even played.
who has the ball. And we'll see who came up with it. And it will be recovered by the Flashes. So, now the Tigers defense called to the task here with 3 timeouts in their back pocket. They got to come up with a stop.
Oh, absolutely. And if you convert, you maybe are allowed to convert 1 first down.
Yeah.
Even if then, if Willard converts, it's almost a moot point at this point. Still got 2 possessions you got to make up. A little trickery dickory dock. As Willard trying to double reverse there. Was Seneca East able to clean him up out on the sideline? Because the clock, 3:07 on 2nd and 11 now.
Tigers called timeout. Their
is that what it was?
So 2nd and 12 coming up here for the Flashes.
Second and 12, actually.
I don't know, Tommy. This is going to be a hard one to call for player of the game here. Of course, you have to stick around for the post-game show.
Player of the game. We got to finish the game.
It's getting pretty close. We got 3 minutes left here. Of course, our player of the game brought to you by MST Sauce Company. Post-game show. Stick around. Brought to you by Your Legacy Federal Credit Union. 2nd down and 12. Ball at the 46-yard line.
2nd down, 12.
Shotgun set. Handoff. Parsons off the right side. He's got some running room. Austin Parsons.
Oh, he moves it.
He's going to be very close to the first down marker. He'll be just short of picking up that first down. So 3rd and 1 coming up. Timeout called by this Seneca East defense. We'll keep it right here.
10-yard run on you. Woof.
Of course, we talked about the weather report, and the weather report, as always, brought to you by Phillips Electric. Phillips Electric in downtown Tiffin is an authorized dealer of Whirlpool, Kenmore, and Maytag products. If you got any questions about any of their products or any of the brands that they service, feel free to give them a call. Call Greg and Tom Phillips at 419-447-3934, or just stop by Phillips Electric, 176 South Washington Street in Tiffin. Tell them the great folks at Heart of Ohio Sports sent you over. .259 left here in the ball game. Flashes trying to close this one out with a first down here. 3rd and a short 2. Pistol set here. Turn around, handoff, Parsons off the left side. He's got running room. He's got the first down, and he's down inside the 40-yard line to the 39. That'll be good enough to move the chains, and that should be good enough to seal the deal for the Willard Crimson Flashes. Big win for Willard. They move to 3-0 here, Tommy. And they pick up this win. I can't remember the last time we said that in the same sentence. Willard in 3-0.
And emphatically.
Yes.
I mean.
Yeah, these are statement wins, every one of them. Down to 2:28 left to play. Handoff. Parsons gobbled up in the backfield and stopped for a loss. 2:10 left in the ball game. That clock continues to roll. Second down and about 15 coming up. And we're inside of 2 minutes to play now here. Willard just looking to run out the rest of this clock and come away with the victory. Man in motion. Robinson takes the snap, handoff, and the man will slip in the backfield. Ball
Turf
carrier
monster.
Carson Hammonds got gobbled up by that turf monster. And that'll be a timeout, I believe, called by Seneca East. .136 left in the ball game. We'll keep it right here, and let me tell you about our good friends at TPC Food Service. For 75 years, TPC Food Service in Tiffin, Ohio has been providing quality product and service to food service operators in Northwest Ohio and the surrounding area. Family owned and Ohio proud. Contact them toll free, 800-342-0477 today. TPC Food Service, big enough to serve you, small enough to care. That's one of those places that's kind of under the radar, Tommy, is, if you're planning a big party, you're planning, some kind of a get-together, some kind of a family thing, whether it's a family reunion or a graduation or whatever you got going on, stop at TPC Food Service and ask them what they have to offer before you go to all these big box stores. Shop locally. TPC Food Service, they'll take care of you. Call in your order. They offer cash and carry options. Third down and 21. Ball at midfield. Quick pitch left side. Parsons on the carry. And he's tripped up right around the 45-yard line. And that'll bring up fourth down. And before all said and done, we'll be inside of a minute to play before this next play is run. And if you're Willard, Tommy, I just let this run all the way down. I might even take the penalty. Just let it go all the way down, take that penalty.
Well, fireflies are out on the Willard sideline. The Willard crowd as they get ready for this fourth down play. Rolling under a minute now.
And Robinson gets the punt away. Fielded.
Oh, God.
Fumbled. And we'll see who came up with it. As Austin Perry was deep to return, I think he did end up coming back up with the ball. Second time balls hit him in the chest tonight on a kickoff or a punt return.
I just tells you what a tremendous job that punt unit for Willard has been able to do to get that lost in the light. Normally you see a lot of line drives that kind of take a skip and a bounce, but like I said, this Louise, he gets that ball in the air, and it gets lost in the Friday night lights.
Right. I mean, Isaac Robinson's done a really good job as a punter as well tonight. 35-24 is your score. Tigers take over at their own 25-yard line. 48 seconds left to play. Blake Foose back to pass, rolls to his left, rolling, looking. Rolls to his left, slings it down the field, and it is incomplete. Skips it at the feet of his intended receiver. Looking for Austin Perry.
Don't forget, we'll have the fallout from week 3. this Monday on the Pulse Podcast, live from the Heart of Ohio Sports Studio.
.40 seconds left here in the ball game. Blake Foose rolls to his left, slings it out. It's complete. He's got it up to his receiver, and his receiver is out of bounds. That's Austin Perry on the reception.
Yeah, I can never blame a squad for wanting to save face and continuing to run their offense because you only get so many reps at game speed.
Great point. Blake Foose takes the snap, rolls to his right, slings it out right side, complete, and the receiver steps out of bounds. Right around midfield.
Complete number 5, Justin Ryder.
Justin Ryder on the reception.
About 9 on the play. 7-1.
2nd and 1. 28 seconds left here in the ballgame. Foose back to pass. Slings it over the middle. Complete. That's Caden Fritz on the reception, and he's got it down inside the 40. Down to around the 37-yard line. Tigers right back up on the ball. 21 seconds left. Foose back to pass. Rolls to his right. Looking. Slings it down the field and right through his receiver's hands. 14 seconds left on the clock.
Intended for 14 seconds remaining.
Man, what a tremendous 48-minute battle in this war for 224 between Willard and Seneca East.
Foose slings it downfield, and it's picked off. They're going to say incomplete. Incomplete pass. Carson Weirs is sitting there saying, what? I caught that. Incomplete pass. That's what the ruling is.
Thought Greggy was at Tiffin.
Stop.
About 7 seconds left in this one, and man, like we talked about, this one had a little bit of everything, but one team looked a little bit like the more polished 2-0 squad coming into week 3.
Foose steps up, slings it
Look at that.
into the end zone. Oh, incomplete.
And that's going to do it.
Receiver Bryler Beamer, and that's the final play of the ball game. The Willard Crimson Flashes move to 3-0 on this young 2022 season as they pick up the win over the Seneca East Tigers. Final score 35-24. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this as we have the Your Legacy Federal Credit Union postgame show. It's all coming to you right here on the pulse of the Buckeye State, heart of Ohio sports. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, your premier financial institution in Seneca County since 1952. Your community, your legacy. Federally insured NCUA.
Small business owners need somebody that can open the door to financing. And at First National Bank of Sycamore, we love opening the door for financing opportunities.
All right,
there you have
we're
it.
back.
35-24. Willard able to come in here on that short drive down 224 and dispatch the Tigers in a tremendous 48-minute contest that I really think the Seneca East Tigers, off a few missteps, mental miscues, penalties, turnovers, I mean, the little things that add up big, I think that's what really cost Seneca East here in this one, in this home loss. But once again, both squads came in tonight 2-0. One team, unfortunately, had to lose, but I don't envy Seneca East as they start to begin that N10 schedule.
Yeah, absolutely. I do not envy this team whatsoever. There is a gauntlet that's in front of this team right now, but tough loss here in front of the home crowd. They, had a couple of comeback wins on the road to start out. Then you come here in front of Tiger Nation, and it's unfortunate, but that's the way the ball rolls sometimes,
Yeah, and that was the biggest thing is tonight. This really will be probably one of the most skilled teams that the Seneca East Tigers will face, because you've seen what happens at this level when you got a couple stud athletes, a lot of bright spots that Willard had coming into tonight. And it all started at that quarterback position where Isaac Robinson really took over from the early onset after a turnover kind of got him out of rhythm to begin this one. Seneca East unable to capitalize to begin. But after those few Willard turnovers, Robinson really found his rhythm, able to account for 4 touchdown throws, 2 rushing touchdowns, and over almost 100 yards on the ground himself.
Folks, we're going to step aside, take a quick timeout while we sort out our player of the game interview here. Don't go anywhere, though. We'll be right back after this as we have our player of the game brought to you by MST Sauce Company, coming to you right after this. You're tuned in right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Don't go anywhere.
Your Legacy Federal Credit Union. Your premier financial institution in Seneca County since 1952. Your community, your legacy. Federally insured NCUA.
Small business owners need somebody that can open the door to financing. And at First National Bank of Sycamore, we love opening the door for financing opportunities.
All right, folks. You're seeing production at its finest right here. As right now we have our sideline reporter, Eric Hall. And he is just about to be interviewing our player of the game. All right, Eric, you have our player of the game, Austin Parsons. Austin had an outstanding game. Eric, I'm going to let you take it away from here, man.
Yep, I got Austin Parsons here. That was a fantastic game against a rival team. That's got to mean a little more to come in here and their house and get a win on your rival's field here.
Oh, yes, sir. It definitely does. I know a couple kids that go to Seneca East, and this win feels really good to get.
Heck yeah, that's awesome. Well, I saw you all over the field, putting the boom on people, running back there. Saw you defensive back. I think you had a pick 6 there.
Did, yes.
How'd that feel to see the end zone?
Oh, that felt great. Finally getting a pick six. Never even got a pick before, so that felt good.
That is great. All right. Well, as we said, you're the Madison Street, the MST Sauce player of the game. That comes with a gift card to Madison Street Tavern in Tiffin, Ohio. Have you ever been there?
I have not. I'm going to have to.
It is good stuff, and I will any food is great there, but I'm going to go ahead and suggest the chunks with some hot garlic parm.
Ooh, sounds good.
Nice.
All right, well, we'll get you that and throw it back to Nate right now.
Austin, you got any shout-outs that you want to give on the air?
You got any shout-outs you want to give on the air?
I want to shout out Carson Hammonds, one of my buddies. He's a senior. Cam Robinson, he's a junior. Carson Sendiger, he's also a senior. And then Carson Weirs.
There you go. Big-time
All
shout-outs, big-time players.
Well,
make
great game,
big-time
man.
plays in big-time situations. Great job by Austin Parsons. And a great job by our sideline reporter, Eric Hall, picking up that sideline interview. Great job by Bailey helping him out. We got it all figured out. We got it put together. I like it. It's coming together, guys.
Well, again,
the pieces are starting to come together.
we were treated in for a tremendous ball game here tonight. Unfortunately, like we talked about, both squads coming in undefeated. One team, unfortunately, had to lose. Seneca East will pick themselves up and rebound, as we talked about. The only flaw I really saw of this Ed Phillips coach team was just the mental miscues, the penalties, all little things that you can definitely clean up. But, man, what a showing against this tremendous Willard Flash team, who's already scored over 100 points over the previous two games, limited to 35. But once again, tremendous win by the Flashes. Seneca East will go back to the drawing board this Monday and continue to expand, now moving on to 2-1. But, Nate, the action's not over.
Nope.
As this weekend we continue our coverage, as we're going to be bringing you Heidelberg College football on Saturday. Kickoff at 7 p.m. from Horniman Stadium. As you can join Nate Mullins here on that call from Horniman Stadium as Heidelberg takes on Adrian College in a huge matchup. But don't forget, we got the fallout from Week 3 available for you this Monday on the Pulse Podcast, live from the Heart of Ohio Sports Studio Squared, and right there in the heart of downtown Tiffin. And Nate, you can tune into that about 8 p.m. as
8 o'clock.
We're
Soft
going to
start.
unroll and keep rolling out all the tremendous events that we're taking part of here in our local coverage. And we want to thank you for joining us on this call here on Heart of Ohio Sports for Seneca East versus Willard, live from Attica, Ohio. And Nate, what do you think? Final thoughts?
I mean, I'll just say this. Every time we get a chance to come over here to this beautiful venue over here in Attica, Ohio, I'm always impressed by this fan group. These fans never say die. They are behind their Tigers from start to finish. Doesn't matter if they're down by 1 score, 3 scores, does not matter. What always impresses me the most is the heart of Tiger Nation beats loudly no matter what the score. So once again, big shout out to Athletic Director Doug Mason for all of his hospitality, helping us out, getting us a spot set up here. And thanks to all of you for tuning in. Don't forget, once again, Berg football tomorrow, 7 o'clock right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. And then Monday night, the Pulse podcast, 8 o'clock right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. That's going to do it for Tommy Hall and Eric Hall and Bailey Mullins. I'm Nate Mullins signing off. Have a good night, everybody.